Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Speaks. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Talk to me, midday chat, midday check in. Come on in, let's talk. Come on in, let's talk about it. Come on in, hit the like button as you come on in, come on in. What's today? Thursday? It's almost Friday. Come on in, let's talk. Hit the like button as you come on in. I'm checking in with you all. How you feeling? How you doing? I want to check in with you all. Come on in. I should do a poll on listen, child. Hey Maddie. Hi Addison. Listen, y'all. I had somebody come in my comments. They were like, I thought you was well, and they were like, I thought you was the prune mama. Am I wrong? Let me know. Am I wrong? Are you her mama? Am I wrong? Now, I done had people think that we looked alike. But this white woman, she was like, are you her mama? I thought legit, I thought all this time you was her mama. Oh my God, it was so hilarious. Y'all, I had to just respond back laughing and say, no, I'm not her mama. Oh my goodness, y'all. Do y'all think I'm the prune mama? Jesus. You think about ways in which your life could go. And that just wasn't one that I could have foreseen. Virtuous woman. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Child. Y'all know I'm not the prune mama, right? Y'all know I'm not her mama. Y'all know I'm not her mama. Y'all, this white woman, like, listen, I thought all this time, I thought she came from you. It's like, no. Y'all know how they sometimes say they think we all look alike. So I'm like, does this go in that category? Is this we all look alike? Does this go in that category? Do I look like the prune mama, y'all? Jesus. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Merchants woman said, oh no, they calling you prune mama G. Right. You know, they say to keep from crying, you gotta laugh. I just had to laugh as I responded and said, no, I'm not her mama. Oh, it was the fact that she said, I thought this whole time. Yeah, I wonder how much of my content. Listen, I laughed as I responded. I didn't even get mad. Is the issue was hilarious to me. She was laughing too as she was typing it. And I laughed as I responded because I'm used to people saying, they think we look alike. But child, she was like this whole time. I'm wondering how much of my content did she think the prune and her mama been having battles on the internet this whole time? I don't even know at what point did she come to question whether or not I was her mama for her to drop me the comment. Because she said the whole time, y'all, she thought I was that child mama. I'm like, well, damn. Nah, mama. And then I'm like, well, I know I don't look old, but maybe she's like, well, well, black folks don't really age. So a lot of times our kids do look very close in age with us. So listen, she like, shit, let me just ask him. So she asked. Bertha said that was shade chic. We rebuke that. We rebuke that. Listen, Linda, listen, y'all. I get all kinds of stuff in my comments. If you only knew the stuff that I see in my comments, it just be so much, child. It be so much. It be so much. How y'all doing? Are y'all up to date? I see Judge Fifi has a show scheduled later. I think title How You Christian and You Clubbing or something like that. Something like that. WV said, happy Thursday, Queen. Happy Thursday, WV. How you feeling? How are you? Are you Christian? Listen, do we got any Christians in the chat? Do you club? Do you club? Are you Christian and do you club? Because Judge Fifi has a show scheduled. I didn't pay attention to the time, so it's probably sometime this afternoon. And it's like, how you Christian and clubbing? So folks just be having questions. Folks just be having questions. I did look at that today. I did check out that video, the clubbing video. Virtuous and apostolic and no man. Well, thank you for that, virtuous woman. WB says we love to be outside here and there. So I did watch the video. I'm like, oh, let me see what the hell she talking about. And it wasn't that. I mean, they had a little night out, a little hangout or whatever, but I don't know if I would necessarily call it like a club type setting. It was like a grown folks setting. They definitely got their drink on. And she definitely made a point to say, yeah, we didn't go to church today. We know you don't be there like that. You didn't need to tell us. You did not need to tell us that because we already know. We already know, ma'am. We already know, ma'am. WV says, you know, all dolled up. Ariana says, hey, everybody. Hi, Ariana. So yes, I did check out that video, and I don't know, like, to me, I guess it wasn't like what I would consider, like, I don't know. I've never been the club type chick to know kind of what that scene looked like. It was definitely a social gathering, an adult environment, drinks, but I didn't think it was that, too deep to kind of give the side eye to. But if you are someone and you're throwing around, hey, I'm a Christian or whatever, I know, you just got to move differently because listen, people be watching. So sometimes, I think that it's best to kind of move in a way and let your action speak louder than your words, because you can get caught up in your words where people will just want to hold you to that. So if you run around saying, I'm Christian, I'm this, I'm that, people are going to, look at you with a magnifying glass. They're going to look to see exactly what you're doing, how you're doing, and all of that. So I kind of think that because she kind of had put that out there and then kind of talked about what she don't like about religious people in comparison to her being a spiritual person, it has people to kind of look at her more closely since she's kind of throwing out labels. And I think that's not really what you want to do, because what is not need to be said. I feel like if you are something, you're going to move accordingly. So, people are not going to really be questioning you and looking at you very closely like that because you're not proclaiming to be this or that. Then that's the thing with the labels, to where we have to be careful with the labels, because we really can hurt your own self, because people will try to box you in. People will try to box you in and look for you to move in a certain way. And, we don't like to be boxed in, but that's what happens when you start kind of using labels and things like that, and then using it in a way of being, use it in a way to where it's coming off that you're more superior or you're better than the next person, and that's just not what you want. That's not what you want. So let your action speak for itself with how you show up in the world, how you communicate with people, how you are with your family, your spouse, your children. Let that be how people judge you, your character, versus you just using these words, these labels and things like that, because that's when it become a whole situation and you out here windmilling and pissed off when somebody's challenging you because you said you were this, but then they're saying no, but we see you moving that way. And that's just for anyone. And I think that's what she needs to be mindful of, because it seemed like when someone calls her out on it and say, hey, you said this, but that doesn't line up with that, then she gets upset and want to comfort you. And it's just like, no, no, no. It's just about trying to make sense of it. You're saying this, but though it's not lining up with that. So damn it, stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Stop using these labels, because therefore, because you're putting these labels out, people are holding you to that. Am I making sense? People are holding you to that when you're putting these labels out there. And you can't get upset when somebody wants to hold you to what you said. Like, that doesn't make sense. You can't get mad at me because I'm holding you to what you said. I ain't saying you said that. But that's what I see going along with that one over there. That's just my opinion. Angel says, yes, I like prune. Oh, Angel say, isn't that what you all do? Speak down on others like you are better than others. I don't feel like that. I don't think it's a matter of speaking down like you're being better. It goes back to, how are you presenting yourself? Because the way you present yourself, that's the type of response that you're going to get from other people. So if you present yourself in a way that's just toxic, controversial, in a way where you show you maybe lack respect for other people or yourself, like, people are going to respond to you that way. So we all have control over how we want to be perceived in this world. So if you want to be perceived as someone's respectful, you have to move in such a manner. You have to be respectful with how you present yourself. We all are a walking brand. So you can't present yourself in a non-respectful manner and then get upset when people respond to you in a non-respectful manner. You can't have it both ways. Doja said, hello, hello. Jen says, hello. Jen says, absolutely not. Brave say, hey, Chic speaks, hello. Virtuous says, that's right. Angel says, I like how you all let me speak instead of blocking. I appreciate it, but I do not understand what you're saying. Thank you, Angel, for being over here. We can have a respectful conversation together, and welcome. I don't know if you've been here before, but welcome. And over here, this is what we do over here. This is the norm environment over here. So again, it's about how you're wanting to be perceived. Like, you can't be out here acting crazy, moving recklessly, presenting yourself in a non-respectful manner. And then when people respond to you in a non-respectful manner, you get upset. When people respond to you as though you're someone who's not moving with class, you get upset. You can't have it both ways. You have to be cognizant on how you present yourself. I don't come on the internet showing my behind. I'm pretty consistent with how I show up on this internet, but that's because I have control over how I want my brand to come off, how I want to be perceived. I have control over that. I'm not all over the place. I'm very consistent. And that's what it comes down to, being consistent. So people know, okay, this is Angel. This is what I can expect from Angel. Angel is always this way, that way, and the third. This is what we get from Angel. But if we get this from Angel on Monday, and then on Thursday, we got this over here, and baby, on Sunday, we got something we ain't seen before, we're confused. We're like, who are you? What is your brand? Like what are you trying to communicate to us? The people are confused. Your loved ones are even confused. Your family are confused. Think about it. Any of us, we like consistency. We want to know what we're getting. We don't want every day we're waking up and we don't know what version of a person we're going to get. That's not comfortable for anybody. I don't know who would appreciate or who would want to regularly deal with somebody like that where you don't know what the hell you're gonna get. Now, granted, people go through things and they're gonna have emotions and things, but god damn it, it should be more consistent with a certain energy than something else. For example, if somebody good and they cool, we should see more consistency of them being chilled versus being a loose cannon, versus them just wilding out, versus them cussing somebody out. Like, those moments may happen, but it shouldn't be to where each day I don't know if I'm going to see that versus not. It should be my expectation that I'm likely not going to experience that, versus me feeling like it can be a flip of a coin to where I could very well get that kind of energy, but I can also get a very sweet and demure energy. Like, what? Ain't nobody trying to live in them kind of conditions. I know I'm not. Listen, I need consistency over here. Don't be all over the damn place with me. Let me know what I'm getting, so therefore I can make the decision if whether or not I want to rock with you, because I don't want it to be all over the place. Like, I need to know if you somebody that I can deal with or not. And that's what I'm talking about. When you know, you know. Folks ain't trying to be out here moving um, in the state of confusion. Like, we want to know, like, who are we dealing with? Hey, Angie, welcome. She said, great response, Chic. Brave says, Angel, we can agree to disagree and still be respectful towards one another. Nikki says, hello, hello. Virtuous says, as long as she and everyone else is respected, then you will be respected, as we block foolery, not appreciate questions. You were valid in your question, and we appreciate the participation. Thank you for that response, Virtuous. And that's true. And that's the normal, that's how we move over here. I know on other platforms, people don't respect people's opinions like that. And it's just like, just because you have a different opinion, you got to get blocked. To me, that's not a sign of maturity. That's not a sign that you want to carry the conversation into and transition into a healthy dialogue, because that's how we learn. I always say, like, I like to encourage, inspire like healthy conversations over here, because it's not about just hating on anybody. A lot of times we're over here, we're trying to understand. We're trying to understand, and we have questions, and no one should ever be made feel a certain way that you got to be you're wrong for asking questions or for not understanding. No, the expectation should be for you to ask questions, because that shows that you're trying to understand. It shows that you have an interest. You're wanting to know. That's how we grow. That's how I know the things that I know is rooted in me wanting to know, and I understand I have to ask questions. So therefore I know. And then when I get these answers, it helps for me to better understand the subject, whoever it is that I'm speaking to. And that's how the conversation just evolves and go into all these different directions. That's what it's about. That's the basis of someone who's a good communicator. I consider myself to be a great communicator because it's rooted in me wanting to understand someone. Now, on the internet, I don't have direct access to someone to just be like, to just go back and forth with asking questions. So I have my own little piece of the internet where I can come on my channel and throw out my questions. I can present my questions. Then you all people in the chat can come over. You see my questions. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you help with trying to give me some answers, or we brainstorm together to try to figure this thing out. But that's what it's about. That's what this space is about. And that's why, to me, I consider it to be a very healthy space, regardless of what someone may say, is because it's rooted in ongoing conversation, for the purpose of learning and wanting to understand. A lot of what we see, we're able to learn from a place of like, why it's probably not best to do that. And reasons as to why it's not best to do that, because we're able to see a lot of times in real time the outcome of doing that. So we're learning over here. We're like, oh shit, I know not to turn the internet on at 2 in the morning and go ham on my spouse. And then, and because I got it, first of all, out of respect, and then we got a brand though. So, child, like there's so much that we see that we're learning, like, damn, like, yeah, that wasn't the move. And this is why it's not the move. And I'm learning that, no, that's not how you communicate with someone. And then, no, that's not how you grow your channel. That's not how you cultivate a healthy following. Like, child, we over here learning what the hell not to do. We're learning because that's what it's about. Because I don't believe that everything is meant for us to have to experience on our own. I've never been that person where I have to experience everything I'm on. God damn it. I ain't got no problem watching you and that shit go left and me saying, you know what? I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do something else, because I've never been a hard-headed person where I have to experience it myself. And some of you, if you got to be real with yourself, some of you may be that person, or you may be raising children that are like that, to where they have to experience it for themselves. And that's how they get the lesson. But when I think the smarter people understand that you do not have to experience everything for yourself. You can learn from other people. There are some things you have to experience for yourself. God damn it, it's not everything. And you need to understand what you can learn from somebody else versus what you need to experience for yourself. And so we talk about it because some people don't just know. And I know a lot of things, and then there's a lot of things I don't know. But what I pride myself in saying is that I don't assume that the next person or any of you know what I know. I don't. I'm going to always come out to communicate with you or to you in a way in which and just sharing, because I don't know what you know. In the comments, you all let me know, okay, yeah, you right, I know that, or oh no, I didn't know that. You all will let me know, because there's people from all walks of life who make their way over to my channel and who watch my content. So you don't know. I mean, it's from different education. Some people got very minimal education. Some people got more education than what I got. And I got a lot of education. So I don't know who I'm talking to on the internet. My prayer is always, Lord, whoever's supposed to hear my message will find me and hear my message, and my message will impact them in the manner in which it should. Y'all, that's my prayer whenever I hit this button to go live, whether I'm doing my fitness content, whether I'm doing my content reviews, whether I'm doing content on my new channel. It's whoever is meant for, they're going to get this message and they're going to receive it. So I come out here just to share what I've come to know in my 43, nearly 44 years of being alive. And I got a lot to say, just like many of you do. I just happen to be someone who has a channel that can come out here and speak on it. Some of you do and some of you don't. If you don't, maybe it's something you may want to consider doing, because I once heard someone say, if you are at least 35, I think if you're younger than that, but if you're at least 35, you've experienced some things and you got something to talk about. You got something to say. So I have something to say. You all come over here and y'all listen to whatever the hell I got to say whenever I got something to say. And I'm always appreciative of that. I thank each and every one of you for that. It's 76 of you in the building. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This was just a midday check-in with you all. I just want to tap in with you all just to say, hey, see how you're doing. As far as with me and my channel, some of you may know what's been going on. Some of you may be new. So I'll speak as those, the ones that are new don't know. This channel, this is my main channel. So I'm going through some things, with YouTube as it pertains to some strikes on my channel. I've had 2 strikes as of late, since this past weekend. I guess it would have been since this weekend. I've had 2 strikes. They were kind of back to back. So one of them is still pending as of today. Just check my email, still nothing in there. One of them is still pending a response as of today pertaining to a copyright strike for reviewing content for another channel, the other channel, and then one of them was a strike for just using a picture, a photo that was captured from the actual content that I reviewed. So I did hear back from YouTube, and they did decide to make that particular copyright strike stick for the photo. So okay, that's fine. But the one that's still in question is the one pertaining to content that I was actually reviewing, because this is a reaction channel based on this copyright act that's scrolling across my screen. I have the right to be able to review and provide commentary on other content for the purpose of criticism and just providing my opinion. So listen, they've been just reviewing that when I guess they knee deep. I don't know if they just passing it around, like trying to figure it out as far as internal at the at YouTube or whatever, because they've been reviewing this um, for several days now. But my argument is that, hey, I was reviewing content where that I'm rightfully able to review based off of, the copyright infringement fair use terms. So I'm just waiting for them to still come back with an explanation as to why, or if they would still keep the strike in place, because there was actually two videos that was disputed for the other by the other channel, but YouTube only gave me one strike for whatever reason. There's two videos that they had in question, but YouTube was like, "Oh, we'll only give you one strike." So it's like, okay, well, thanks for only being one versus two, but I need help understanding why the one, when I was just reviewing content that I'm rightfully able to review. Let me see. Let me get back into the comments. Brave fan says, I understand, Angel. I appreciate your opinion, even if it's different from mine. Like Virtuous Woman stated, as long as this mutual respect is there, we're good. Thank you. Thank you all. Mrs. X, well said. Sheik, thank you. Welcome, welcome. PM, salute. Sheik speaks, moderates, and chat. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Come on in here. Come on in here. PM channel. I was trying to find your channel, PM, because I was like, I know it's... When I was typing in PM channel, for some reason, I wasn't getting anything that made sense that it was your channel under PM channel. So PM channel says, as a content creator, I enjoy your channel. It's positive and knowledgeable. I am curious why you choose to go on the panel of Tasha Mob and Champagne. Different look for your channel. Seems like mobbing. So I've never gone on Champagne's channel before. But Tosh Mob, I have gone over there a couple of times as of recently. I've been in the comments a few times before, but as far as like her panel, it was 2 times I went over there. The 2 times I did go over there, I wanted to go over there to, let me take this off the screen. I wanted to go over there to share the situation as to what was going on with me. Given that Tosh Mob has, currently, has been actively experiencing going back and forth with the other channel, that was something now that I had in common, because up until that point, I did not have that in common with her, or I don't know if I think Judge Fifi had probably experienced some things, but I'd never gone back and forth. I didn't have that in common with those ladies. So I was just over here doing my thing as though it was just been done fine. No problems, her not having problems or anything like that, because there was no complaints against my channel. So when I did get the strikes and things, it's just like, oh, snap. Like you, I am getting complaints for things that I have the right to be able to do, which is express my opinion. So I found myself in a situation where I felt like it was very relatable to those other ladies for the first time, because before it was just like, wow, sorry to hear that. I hadn't had that experience, but for the first time, it's like, wow, I'm having that experience. So for me, going over there, I feel like, okay, I'm able to speak with people who truly understand what the hell I'm going through, because they were going through it first. They were going through it first. So that's what had me to go over there and speak with them. Also, yes, we the different channels, there's different, it's a different energy, a different type of vibe. But I truly feel the root of all of our channels is speaking our opinion about what we deem to be wrongful things taking place onto children, and us talking about it, and then getting attacked for doing just that. Now, how we cover the content over there is very different. It's very different. We have our different ways of covering the content, but the root of behind why we're covering the content and what we're talking about is pretty much the same. We're pointing out the unfair treatment that we see take place amongst the children. Children are children. Their voice can only go so far. And if an adult, the responsible parent who they're in the care of, is not listening to them, then it's very unfortunate. And a lot of times, things just don't work out favorably for them. So given that I have a platform, Tosh Mob has a platform, Judge Fifi has a platform, we are able to put a voice, we are able to speak on these things that we see that does not look right. And this person tries to silence us. But if you ain't living right, you ain't living right. And if I see something that's not taking place in a healthy manner onto children, I am going to speak on it, because if you're bold enough to put it on the camera for the world to see, then we have the right to express our opinions about what it is that you are presenting to the world, whether it's healthy or unhealthy. And it's a lot of unhealthy things taking place over there on that channel as it pertains to the children. DFACS, if it was simply just people just calling and making complaints, like they have to explore it and research it. So yes, people can call and make complaints or whatever, but it's still their job to take the time to investigate each complaint that comes in, regardless of whether it's one complaint or 50 complaints. Them people are investigating and seeing some of these things that we are seeing, which is why many of us believe, which is the reason why we're seeing certain things for the better take place in that home, such as starting with the basics of furniture, groceries being put in the refrigerator, clothes being put on the kids' back, the baby's back. Like, these are just basic things that we have been talking about for some of us, some months. I started talking in July, and now we're in September, and we're starting to see things move, see things take place, because all eyes are on them. So now if they're forced to have to be accountable. So them DFAC, them people are in her business saying, well, yeah, okay, yeah, it is basics for the kids to have this, that, and the third. So can you work on taking care of that? So we're seeing these little things show up in that home that's beneficial to the children. But it's because people such as myself and other people have been raising our voice. Now, I haven't placed any phone calls, but my channel is growing pretty quickly, and people are coming over here and they're hearing what I have to say, what the people in the comments have to say, because I read the comments, because it's important for your voices to be heard as well. So people are seeing that things ain't all on the up and up over there. I don't care how many subscribers they got. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Somebody need to go and do a check-in. And we're seeing positive changes take place as a result of that. So that is what, myself, Judge Feet, we have that in common, that we really looking closely at what's going on. And my thing is, if you don't air it out on the internet, there wouldn't be anything closely for us to be looking at. So don't get mad at me for voicing an opinion about what I'm seeing taking place when you are putting it on the internet for people to see. You cannot control how people respond to what it is you put out there. Again, back to, as I talk about, we are our own walking brand. We cannot control how someone responds to us with how we're coming off. Like, I can't come off as a bitch and then you respond to me in such a way and even call me that, and I'm in my feelings, but though this is the energy, this is how I'm acting. Like, it doesn't make sense. If I want you to respect me, I have to move in a manner that says, okay, I demand respect. I move with respect. I treat you with respect. I have control over those things. I can't try to control you and say, yeah, regardless of how I'm showing up, how I'm cutting the food, how I'm showing my ass, you still need to be respectful. You still need to treat me like a lady. You still need to do this, that, and the third. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And you delusional if you think it is, because a lot of people think that they can give off all this negative energy and be all rah rah. But then when people match that same energy, then they got a whole problem with it. It's like you can dish it, but you can't take it. And we see a lot of that over there where she comes off with that same energy, the narcissistic energy, the condescending energy, the superiority energy. She refers to the people as her fans. But though when people try to match that energy, meet her with the same energy, then it's an entire problem. And she goes into victimhood. No. I don't fall for that. I don't fall for that. I call a thing a thing. However you show up and however you act, that's how I'm gonna treat you accordingly. You want respect. Okay, I need you to move with respect. I need you to treat other people with respect. And for starters, it's not respectful when people come to your channel respectfully giving an opinion and then you block them. That's not respect to me. So that's why in this environment, that's not what we do over here. We can have a healthy dialogue. That's what I want. That was the whole purpose of having this channel over here, is to have a healthy dialogue about what it is that we see, in hopes that maybe the message can spread, it can make its way over there, and they can move differently. And I don't care what nobody say. I feel like the message that has come from over here has made some type of impact over there, because I've heard it myself. Some of you have come back and reported and said that you've heard things, you've heard her say things that has been said over here, things that I have said. So that lets me know I'm not goddamn crazy. And even if you don't like what I'm saying or how I'm saying it, she's picking up over there that I'm on to something, because she's starting to incorporate some of the talking points and the things that I say into the things she say. Some of the things we see even with the lifestyle change, whether it be with her trying to do better with her mental health, trying to exercise more. Like listen, when you know, you know. When you know, you know. So my thing is, don't come for me and want to take the channel because everything I say isn't favorable, when you know good and well that there's a lot of things that I'm saying that is actually beneficial to you. You're not vocally saying that, but we hear it with some of the things you say. Because child, like I say, anything that's damn profound or sound remotely profound coming out of that thing, you know it came from somewhere else. And 9 times out of 10, it came from over here. Because y'all know my delivery is different than anybody else's delivery. Y'all know it's real different over here. It's real different over here. But this is just how I move. This is me in real life. So what you see is what you get. So if you hear her saying things like how I say over here, over there, you know where the hell it came from, because ain't nobody else on the internet sounding like me. We're all different. I don't sound like Tosh. She don't sound like me. I don't sound like Fifi. Fifi don't sound like Tosh Ma. We're all different. We have a different delivery, and your tribe will find you. Like attracts like. I feel like like-minded people such as myself have found their way over here. Like people who are like Tosh found their way to her. Like people who are like Judge Fifi have found their way to her. And like people who are like the prune has found their way to her. Y'all see how this thing work? Y'all see how it's work? It's enough love and support to go around for everyone. So for the purpose of, to try to take someone's channel down, that's an issue that somebody has when it comes to control, because they don't really understand that you cannot control people. And you will drive yourself insane trying to control somebody. And I think many of us, most of us, probably all of us at some point have tried to control something or someone that we can't. Like, I think it's a human nature to try to do that, but the smart will learn, nah, it doesn't work that way. You can't do it. It doesn't work. The smart people eventually learn that. You learn, and you don't spend a lifetime trying to learn that lesson. You learn kind of early on, like, yeah, I can't be trying to spin my wheels trying to tell somebody or control another grown person. If that person ain't moving in a way that lines up with you and how you move, guess what? You need to move around. Don't stick around in hopes where you can try to change that person. That's anybody who's listening. Don't think that, oh, I can try to change them, so I'm gonna stick around in this situation that's not serving me, that's not making me feel warm and fuzzy because I feel like I can change them or they're gonna change. No, if it's not serving you, move the hell, move around, do something different. Do something different, because you're just gonna be goddamn pissed off when this person still ain't doing what you want them to do, because people don't like for you to try to control them, especially a grown person. A kid don't even like to be controlled. But listen, you a child, you can get it, you can get it. But an adult, don't like for somebody trying to control them. So that's actually the easiest way, the quickest way to really put some distance between you and somebody emotionally, when you try to control them, because people don't like that. People don't like that. People don't respond. Uh, People don't respond well to people trying to change them. Angel said, that's why I asked the question, because I honestly expected different. So thank you. Again, we can all throw out our questions, get the response, and then kind of go from there. So that's my explanation to the why and how I move over here. And people are different. We're all different. And then that's something I'm learning over here too, with just even with some of the other ladies. Just because someone doesn't do things the way I do it, or the way I feel like is I see fit, it doesn't make my way the better way. We're just different, and we have to respect one another, that we do things differently. But the moral of the story is just, we just want to respect one another, respect one another's space, and allow for people to have their voice and not try to silence people. And I feel like the other channel, that's what they're big on, with trying to silence other people. And that's never good, when you try to silence people, because people shouldn't be silenced. People should feel comfortable with being able to have an opinion, as long as they're expressing themselves in a respectful way. That's what it's about. Go Glow said that last video she did when she was in the club bothering that people that night, that white lady looked at her kind of strange. Listen, it's just respect, boundaries, having boundaries. Brave said, PM, every channel is different. It has a different way of conducting their channel. Regardless of the difference, the common goal is to gain understanding and to possibly help someone. I'm speaking. Yes. So I agree. That's what I was speaking on. Everybody has their way of how they deliver. And then many of us, there's some way that we're able to kind of meet up and have some type of common ground. So even though like my delivery may be different from the other ladies, there are some things that we have that are in common. And right now, what we do have in common is that we have someone who's working very hard to silence us. That's what we do have in common. So that's what, had me to say, go into an environment, get on a stage and speak my piece, because it's like, okay, now I have my story as to what's taking place with me. I didn't have a story before, but now I have my story. Hello, Kim. Hello. Brave says, are myself, why I engage in support channels I support. Brave says, Chic, you're 43. You look amazing. Thank you. Yep, my birthday's next month. I will be 44. 80s, baby. Thank you very much. Sue says, hey, Queen Chic, just in. Thought I'd drop by. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Hello. Angela says, hello. Chic in chat. Hello. Welcome. Like, share, and subscribe. Welcome. Like, share, and subscribe. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Chic. My channel is Chic Speaks. I talk mental health, and when I review the other channel, it's heavy on the focus of mental health, because that's a background I have. So I help to try to provide some background understanding as to some of the things that we see play out, trying to identify the why, because there's always a why. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of if we're interested in wanting to know that why, if we want to take the time to explore the why. So me, I'm a why person. I ask why, and I always I find the time to take the time to explore, to understand, because that's just what I do. It's just how my brain works. Hence why I have why I have an education in clinical mental health counseling, because I want to understand, y'all. I want to understand. So I come on this channel uh, to just let you all know what my thoughts are, what my questions are, in hopes that here that maybe I can get someone to give me some type of answer, something that makes sense, or even direct me in a way to which I can kind of go down a path to gain some understanding. That's just what I do, y'all, in real life. I'm always trying to understand why. And even when I talk to people who are going through things, I help them to try to understand their why, because a lot of times it's so easy for us to be surface with things, where we just want to focus on, oh, this person's just spazzing out, they just crazy. No, no, no. Let's try to understand, why are they spazzing out? Because a lot of times we don't want to get down to that why, because they didn't tap dance on our nerves so much to where we like, I don't give a dick. I don't care what the hell the why is. I'm sick of him or her. And I get it. I get it. But to me, understanding the why helps with me having patience for someone, because I then come to understand if whether or not like something's truly about me. And a lot of times it's not about me or you, it's about whatever trauma that they went through, but you are just the one to just get the short end of the stick. You're the one catching, what they say, you catching the strays, because you're there, you're the closest person, but it never was about you. So for me, when I came to kind of understand that, it was important for me to understand the why, because it allowed for me to remove myself more from being in my feelings about the energy that someone was giving off onto me. I was able to understand, like, what, this person, they went through it, they hurt, and this happened. So it's not even about me, it's about that. But they ain't dealing with that for whatever reason. They don't want to, they don't know how, whatever reason. Yes, I'm getting all this energy, but at the same time, I know it's not about me. But even with that being said, even though if I can recognize that it ain't even about me, even though you're giving me this energy, I still have the decision to either still F with you or not. Because I can easily say, you know what, and this ain't about me. You got this going on and I get it, but I'm going to let you kind of work through that while I move around and I'll be over here. I'm not going to still continue to stay in an environment and allow you to abuse me because you going through something and I'm just there. So I'm the one catching the negative energy. I don't encourage for any of you all to do that. You can acknowledge that it's not about you, but that doesn't also mean that you have to endure any type of abuse, that you just have to allow for someone to just mistreat you or talk to you crazy. No, 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 no. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can recognize it ain't got nothing to do with you, but at the same time, you let that person know, you know what? I know all of this ain't got nothing to do with me. You got some other stuff going on, but what I'm not going to allow is for you to disrespect me and make me feel a certain type of do whatever. So I'm going to move around. I'm going to go on over here and let you work through that. And maybe once you kind of work through all that, maybe we can kind of, meet back up someplace, or maybe not, or maybe not. But it's that other part. It's each of us have the responsibility of our own growth, our own health, mental health, all of that. Like no one had, as an adult, even with our partners, they're not responsible for making sure our mental health is intact, making sure our physical health is intact. That is not their responsibility if you are an able-bodied person. It's one thing if you have some type of disabilities, limitations, things like that, where you can't say do certain things for yourself. But baby, I'm most of us, that's not our situation. We are able bodies. We can do better. We can show up better. And it's our responsibility to do just that. Regardless on how cute you may think you are, how cute somebody tell you are, no one can do the work for us. That's what I like to stress to people, that nobody can do the work for you. We have to all individually do the work ourselves. Nobody can do the work, whether that's physical fitness and doing these exercise moves, whether it's with our mental health, going to talk to a counselor, taking your medication, if you have prescribed medication. Like no one can do those things for us. You can have people in your corner who are there as a support to push you along the way, to maybe remind you to, to take care of yourself and do this or that. But the actual work, we have to put that work in. Kel said, do you have a Jamaican background? No, I don't. I do not. PM channel says at Braves fan, I understand your comment. This was not a negative about this channel. I asked why did she join the panel of Tashma? Their direction is completely different than what Sheik speaks. Yes, and I do recognize it is. It's very the delivery. It is very different. And I've always recognized that it's very different, um, which is why I have moved the way I have. Recently, when I went over there, it was to say, y'all, let me tell you what has happened to me. It is my turn. And I felt like it was an environment where they could understand my pain in a way that say in the comments, you can't because you may not be a content creator or you're not in the space to where you're reviewing their content to catch that smoke or catch that heat in the manner in which I've caught it in those channels. So that was me going into an environment where it was people that can speak on, hey, I know exactly how you felt because this happened to me. And when this happened, I did this. So it was, basically about um, me going into an environment where I felt that there were going to be people who could relate to what the hell was going on with me, and even to help me try to understand and wrap my mind around what is going on, because it was like the first time of me dealing with it. It's first time. What they say, first time for everything, child. Angie R said their platforms are different, but the commonality is discussion over the behavior. Exactly. That's the commonality. Brave fan says, PM, I get what you're saying. I respect it. I didn't feel like you were being negative in your comment. No, I understand your comment, and it was a fair, yes, it's a fair questions. I always say, ask questions. The comment made sense to me. It makes sense to me. So I'm good with the comment and continue to ask questions. Angel says, when you got on the panel, it made it seem like she was part of the mob. I believe that's what PM is saying. I think so. Who knows? Maybe Angel, maybe that's what he was saying. But what I appreciate with any of you is whatever thoughts or opinions you have, just bringing them over here to me and allowing me the opportunity to answer them and to provide clarity, because I understand sometimes we can see certain people move in a certain way and you're confused by it. That's normal. Like, we're not going to always understand the why behind why someone's doing it, but that's why I always say it's good to ask questions so you can understand, and to not assume, but just to ask questions, because maybe your mind didn't even think about the reason that I gave, like, oh, well, I guess, yeah, that do make sense. You probably didn't even think about that. So that's why I appreciate you all giving me an opportunity to be able to answer your questions, so you can kind of better understand why maybe I've done certain things that I've done that maybe you've never seen me do before. Miss X says at PM channel, I don't think they're completely different. Both channels have similar concerns and good vibes. PM said, brave, all right, thank you. Shelly said, hey, Sheik, hey, virtuous woman. Hello, Shelly, welcome. So listen, this is what it's about. I'm glad that we're able to talk and have conversations about it, because anytime you all do have questions, I just want you to feel comfortable to know that, okay, I might not be able to go to that channel and ask my questions, but I know I can go to Sheik Speaks channel and ask my question, and she's going to take it as that, just, me asking a question and giving me an answer. Virtuous woman, thank you for dropping my new channel. So if you all are new here, or if you're returning, I do have a backup channel. This is the link on the screen. It's Sheik Speaks on it. So it's another reaction review channel, but it's just like just different types of topics, heavy on celebrities, politicians, content creators. It's just a variety of just anyone who has anything going on that's just viral at the time. So definitely check me out. There's a couple of videos, lives I have done already over there, and I have one scheduled for tomorrow night. Someone came, I think yesterday, recommended me look into Mayor Tiffany Henyard. I think she's a mayor out of Detroit. I think it's out of Detroit. But Tiffany Henyard, I have a show scheduled for tomorrow to get all into her business to figure out what the hell going on, because I've known who she is for a little while, but I hadn't done a deep dive into like child who she is. So I've been doing doing my deep dive to really understand who this woman is and to understand why so many people do not like her. So this is another person that a lot of people do not rock with. And this person is a politician, a Black woman, a Black female politician. So if you're interested in hearing more about that or what I've been able to uncover with her, about her, definitely stop over there. But I do have a couple other videos over there on the actor, singer Tyrese, and artist, musician, producer, P. Diddy. I have content on him too. So check it out. Check it out. Angie R. Amen. Break it down, Chic. Listen, I'm trying to do what I can do. Virtuous says, join us on Chic Other channel. Yes. So I do see some of you honor students over there supporting me on my other channels when I do go live. And I definitely appreciate that. We have great conversation and dialogue over there, just as we do over here. You all, that platform is no different. It's just different people who we're talking about. So definitely like, share, and subscribe to that channel, and just come over there. We're a whole vibe. It's the same, type of energy. It's just, the different subject matters. It's just different subject matters. This channel right here, for now, I'm reserving this. Is just my content discussion centered around Queen of Kings and fitness. So just that's what this channel is. This is my main channel. But anything else outside of those two subtopics will be on the other channel. And Brave said, I appreciate your answer, Sheik. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Abundance says, love you, Chic Speaks. You're like auntie I never had. I'm 36 years old and I love your advice. Sending love from Los Angeles, West Coast. Yes, I'm from the Bay Area. Thank you. I appreciate you. To think I'm in the era of auntie. You're 36. So yeah, I'm auntie. Yes, people don't think I'm as old as I am, but I am, y'all. I'm a whole mama out here, grown kids and everything. So yeah, I just work hard to take care of myself and to try to stay as youthful as I can. That's what it's about, right? That's what it's about. Marie says, hi, Chic and chat room. Hope you're having a good day today. Yes, thank you all for coming over with the, to talk with me. Midday check-in. I just felt like talking to you all. And I'm happy I did come on here to talk to you all, because there are some questions that people had. And I was able to provide answers. And there are some of you who are new here. But I hope you feel welcome coming over here. I have wonderful mods, and they're not in the business of just blocking people just because they have a difference of opinion or they may support someone else. Listen, it's just a platform where we just have conversation, healthy conversations. We are the honor students over here. And what that means is that it's about elevating our mind, not just going along with the get along, but really thinking things through, making sense of things, requiring for people to rise to our level versus us going, lowering ourselves to meet them where they are. You got to rise up. No child left behind. But sometimes everybody don't make the cut, and this may not be the environment for you. But if you do want to stay, you're challenged to kind of have to elevate your way of thinking, because we go deep over here and we ask a lot of questions, we seek answers, and it's about learning and growing. That's just what we do over here, child. Peggy said the bottom line is that she needs help. The safety of all. Continue to do what you do well. Well-spoken, Chic. Thank you, Peggy. Yes, and I say that on many occasions. I talk about just praying for the family, not just the babies over there, but the adults as well, because the children are extension of the adults. So the adults got to have a healthy mind in order to show up in the manner in which they need to for the babies. So we can't skip over the adults, to just pray for the babies. I want prayer to go for the adults as well. So therefore they can show up for the babies. So that's where that comes from when I talk about wanting to lift that family up in prayer. PM says, why was I blocked? Are you still showing blocked, PM? I didn't block you, child. So I don't know, maybe someone accidentally blocked you. Virtuous, can you tell if PM is still blocked? And if he is blocked, can you I guess provide your reasoning? Because I'm still going through the comments. She grew, not my Amanda. So yeah, so if he's, I don't know, I think Virtuous Woman is my only, well, Yvonne McGowan's in here. Whoever's my mods, can y'all check and see if PM is blocked? Because he's saying he's blocked. I can't tell. So if you all can look into that and see if he's blocked for me, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. PM, like I said, I try to go directly to your channel one day to check out your content, but for some reason, when I type in PM channel, I wasn't getting anything that came up that looked like it was your channel. I'm gonna try it again because I wanted to check out your channel. So yeah, if you can let me know, I guess exactly, what your channel name is, because when I type in PM channel, it doesn't come up for me. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I wanted to check you out. Let me see. PM. Virtuous says if he was blocked, he couldn't comment. I'm not sure what he mean. Okay, so PM, it seems like, yeah, she's saying you're not blocked since you're able to comment. So yeah, PM, she said you're able to comment, so you're not blocked. So you're good to go. You're good to go. Miss Exwell says thank you. Thank you all for joining. Have you all hit the like button, and have you all subscribed to my backup channel? I am trying to grow that channel, child. I don't know if how many of you are content creators in here, but growing a channel is work. I'm starting over. I'm growing that channel, and I want to grow it to something else that's great. And I want to broaden our conversation beyond what it is over here. So if you want to do that with me and grow with me as I broaden and extend our conversations, because there are just so many people who got stuff going on that I have questions about. And many of you may have questions as well over there. You can help me understand, because listen, I've had my share of questions for Tyrese and P. Diddy, and now we're going to get into Tiffany Henyard, Mayor Tiffany Henyard. So I be having questions, so definitely come over there and help your girl out answer these questions, because what they say, teamwork make the dream work. Virtuous says you're not blocked. Your comments will not show. PM, you're talking about this channel today. Are you talking about this channel today? Let's see. Abundance says, I'm not into gossip or drama, but Prune is annoying. She needs a real friend. Yeah. She said on the live with the club in live that she last posted. I watched it today. I think it was posted yesterday, that she invited to somebody wedding, child. So I don't know who wedding, or somebody bridal party or something she's invited to. So she done met somebody. So I don't know if it was any of them people she was hanging out drinking with on that video, but she's trying to make it do with building friends and relationships. So I guess we'll see if those relationships really are real, based on how she covers them, I guess, on her channel, or if they name ever come up. So yeah, so she trying to build some relationships. So as long as she keeps turning that camera on, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Wolf says, so is it okay for someone that had 7 children have 1 child in her care because the father doesn't want him? This woman is up in others' business. She should not have a child in her custody. So let me see. So is it okay for someone that had 7 children and have 1 child in her care because the father does not want him? This woman is up in other people's business. She should not have this child in her custody. I'm not sure. You didn't say who you're referring to. But listen, people got their situations going on. I think anytime that any of us choose to talk about someone's situation, vocally express an opinion about someone's situation, we do have to just assess our own situation and see how the decisions that we are making privately in our own lives line up with um, our talking points. And all that I can do is speak for myself that anything that I come on here and speak on in regards to what I feel like the next person could be doing, in my most humble opinion, it's because it lines up with what I do and what I feel is how a responsible adult, a responsible woman, as a wife and a mother should move. Why Swizzle says she found her way to Hawaii and is now trying to control us. Our people don't deserve it. Listen, Swizzle, like, listen, she's still here. When they flights go back home, when they leave again, Swizzle, do you watch the content just to hear them talk about when them doggone departure flights leave? Will you be at the airport seeing them off? Child, you might need to start your own channel just to even be there for that experience, to document that. Because I feel like the day they get the hell on, the way you and Angie gonna want to celebrate, it's gonna be on. Listen, it's gonna be up. It is going to be up. So hopefully you will have a camera to be able to capture the moment, because I want to feel like I was there. As y'all celebrate, I want to feel like I was there. Okay, I want to feel like I was there. Lou Watts says their channel should be named Pimp and Gone Wrong. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to marry after witnessing all the other outside partners. Pimp and Gone Wrong, child. Angela says, Sheik, I find you to be an educational. You research things with us. We are all learning at the same time. Your setting is calm, not chaotic. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I like to take you along with just as I'm trying to get answers, and even on, on my other channel, what I do, as people draw comments and make suggestions and ideas, child, I will get on that internet and get to researching in real time, because that's what it's about, trying to seek out answers, and to learn and to explore, and not just be okay with sitting with the unknown. Like so many of us, how many of you just are, just make it a habit to just sit in the, well, I don't know, and just be good with that. That's not cool. Like that. Don't get comfortable with, I don't know. Don't make that a comfort zone, not for yourself or even your children. Like, encourage for the ones you love, the ones near and dear to you, to seek out answers, to explore, to do your research, to find out why something is a thing. Don't just take it, oh, it is what it is. Like, ask questions, damn it, why? But why? Because remember, as kids, it would annoy the hell out of us, when, your kids asking why. But think about it, that's just how you learn. That's how they learn. And as children, I feel like we did that far more, or many of us did it far more as a child than we do as an adult. And a lot of it probably has to do with just being shut down as a child, being told, don't worry about it, just do what I say. And some of you may run your household that way with the children. Well, don't ask me why, just do what I say or whatever. But just be mindful with that. Yes, a child should know you have the final say, but don't completely shut them down to where they feel like they can't ask a question to try to understand furthermore the reason why they're being told to do something. Because in my mind, when there's an understanding as to the reason why something needs to be done, that child, a person in general, is more likely to kind of continue on with doing it that way, because they have an understanding, okay, that makes sense why I should do it that way. And they're going to remember it because it makes sense to them, versus them just doing something because you just said so. So it's almost like robotic. And say if they're ever in a situation and someone say, well, why do you do it that way? They're like, well, shit, I don't know. My mom and my daddy said to do it this way. So go ahead, follow up with a reason. Hey, I'm going to tell you the reason why I need for you to do this. And you're going to do this, but let me tell you why, so you can understand. And that's what it's about. So that's the place that I come from, which is why I do what I do. As you all may watch me in real time, research some things, get on the internet, Google some things, You'll see me do that in real time. I do that even when I'm not on the internet. This is just what I want to do. This is, how I do to get to an answer. And I encourage each of you to put some type of practice in place where you seek out answers, however you do, whether it's through an actual hard copy book, you're getting on the internet, or you're talking to people and being in a habit of asking questions for the sake of learning. And don't be afraid to tell someone, like, say if you feel like, okay, you're asking a lot of questions, let this person learn, know, hey, I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but I'm just trying to understand. I find your story to be fascinating, and I really respect where you're coming from or what you're saying, and I just want to make sure I understand. And that person is going to be appreciative of that, because it's going to be like, damn, like, you really interested in what I got going on. And so many people are moving through life feeling like nobody give a damn and nobody really care about their story or what's going on with them, because everybody got their own thing going on, to where nobody stopped to show interest in what's going on with their neighbor, because they're just caught up in the hustle and bustle of just life. Life be life, and life is hard. Yes, it is. But we can be a support and a help to one another, but you have to be willing to receive it. And that one over there on the island, she's not willing to receive, she's very closed off, because she feels like, oh, well, I'm good. I got the answers. There's nothing wrong. And that's the wrong mindset to have. That's the wrong mindset for any of us to have, when we have people in our life saying, hey, I see you struggling over here in this area, but I understand, it can be tough. Can I help you? Can I give you some advice? Like, it's just kind of how you go about doing it. I personally feel like, the way I go about doing things is typically in a respectful way. That's why, I don't go ham on her like I've had my moments where I didn't got pissed off, where I went harder than others, but that's just me having a human moment of just being like, you know what, this some damn bull. I have those moments too, but for the most part, I try to keep it very calm, to keep the conversation very respectful. It's just, I don't want to lose people, and sometimes when you go too far off the deep end, your delivery can lose people and they become shut off. So I try to be mindful of the language and the words that I use, because I don't want the person who I want to receive the message to just kind of shut off. I don't want that, because what point is that? You lose them, kind of like with your children. Don't, yelling, don't talk at them, talk to them. You don't want to lose them to where they can become immune to you. Just mama and dad, they always yelling, because that's what a child gonna think, they always yelling. But when you're talking to them, it comes off differently than talking at them. Talking to someone is it's sending the message that, hey, I want to have a dialogue. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, because that person is more apt to come back to you when something's not right, or when they need someone to talk to, because they're like, okay, this is somebody I can talk to. They don't talk at me, they talk to me. How many of us can know what it's like where you feel like someone talked at you, they didn't talk to you, so you were kind of maybe moving from a fear place versus, oh, well, I'm moving because, this is what was taught to me. I was able to have healthy dialogues with these people. I learned this, that, and the third. Like, that's the way it should be, versus you kind of just talking at somebody and just telling them what they should do. So again, it's back to not what you say, is how you say it. Delivery makes a difference. Delivery, delivery, delivery. It makes a difference. Abundance says, are you a Libra? No, I'm a Scorpio. I am a Scorpio. My birthday is October 25th. Abundance says, as in Aries, I'm the same way. I want to understand people. Yes. My mother, she's an Aries. I'm a Scorpio. So you can just imagine how those conversations go. Yes. So, but yes, understanding people. She wants to understand as well. So we be asking questions, and we back and forth with the questions. We both be back and forth with the questions, because she trying to understand, I'm trying to understand. But that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Why Swizzle says she's brought her story and drama to our island. Now we got to deal with her and her BS antics, wasting our time, our tax money. Swizzle said, listen, child gone. We can't do this no more. Amanda says, hello, Sheik. How are you doing? It's because you and Taj Mahal have the same principles. Don't listen to them. Thank you. Welcome, Amanda. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. Angel said it was good to see the boys getting books. Happy for them. Yes, some of those books, I recognize, with the Wimpy books, my, having sons and them reading those books. So that definitely was a good look. And they were just so excited to have those books and to show the parents the books. And that's good. I think that child, the babysitter, the nanny, whatever we gonna call her. I think that she's good for that family because she's good for the kids and she gives them something that they're not getting already in the home, and that's good. So she's adding value. She's adding value to the family. Uh, and how do you argue that? She's definitely bringing value to the family, and it's a good look for that family. I hope they continue to take care of her. Hopefully they are taking care of her, and she continues to want to continue to show up for them and to be there for their four babies, their four beautiful babies. So I like her being there. The kids really enjoy her. Even the baby, y'all know we be hearing that baby crying all the time, but the baby does pretty good with her, so it allows for mom and dad to have a break, with when the babysitter has the kids, because I know what it's like just as a parent raising three kids, and they were small. They weren't always teenagers like they are now. They've been small little people like her kids are, and it's a lot. It's a lot. I get it. It's a lot. That's why I talk about the importance of just having balance in your life and having a support, having a team working together, tag you it type thing where, okay, say if she's at home with the kids, um, there being opportunities where maybe she can leave him at home with the kids and then she can go out and have a few hours to herself. That's what it's about, just creating balance, because I just know what it's like, being at home, spouse at work, and you're home with the kids for hours on end. Yes, child, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. And I was doing it, child, without having the internet or a phone in my face. And it was a lot. So it's just moving strategically, and having a plan and working together as a team. Teamworks make the dream work. Pedal says, agree, Amanda. Tosh is just hilarious. Tosh is hilarious. When I say I cracked the hell up when I was over there for them 2 days, and it was refreshing just for me, just because with everything that was going on, I needed a kiki child, because it's not a good feeling when you're getting hit for something and you're like, what the hell, when you know you didn't do anything wrong. So being over there was a whole vibe, and I did feel like I was in an environment where there were people who like, girl, I feel your pain, I know what you're going through, I know you gonna be good. I enjoyed being over there for those couple of nights that I did go over there with the ladies, with Tosh Mob Champagne and Judge Fifi. I had a good time with them. I think we all had a good time together. Amanda says that Pedal, Tosh is good-hearted person, not fake like a lot of people are on these panels. I noticed Maru, and yeah, Tosh is one of those people to where y'all know I get into people and I assess people. So I'm gonna talk about my thoughts when it comes to Tosh. Tosh is one of those people that has I feel like has a hard exterior because of life experiences. And then because I see that there is more to her, because some of you on this chat may very well be the same way. I've seen them, she's not the only person like that. I see them, I have them in my family, like you come across them. And my personality is one to go beyond that. So I feel like Tosh has a hard exterior, but when you listen to her and hear her speak, you can see where her passion, where it's coming from. And you see that this is a very Tasha probably, I feel like Tasha deep down softer than I am. I come off all warm, but because my exterior is softer. But really, I think I arguably she's probably far more sensitive and softer than even I am. And I can see through it because I study people. It's just my thing. And the more I listen to her speak, the more it comes out that I'm like, wow, like she's really a sweetheart. And when she gets her feelings hurt, and she gets bothered by something, she just comes out swinging. And so you forget that she's that soft woman inside, because she's now kind of like in a with like almost like a fight or flight mode, or a survival mode. And a lot of times people will be in those modes when they feel like they didn't really have people around defending them to protect them, so they develop these hard exteriors. You all ever meet people who are just so hard, and they got these hard exteriors because they didn't really have people to show up for them, so they only just had themselves to protect, or their babies to protect. They didn't have nobody around to protect them, so for survival mode they had to just be hard. But a lot of times people who have to be that way, that's not really what they want to sit in all the time, but based off of life experiences, that's just what they have to give for survival mode. And you have to take into an account what type of environments that people grew up in. So to me, the more I talk to her, especially after being over there on her panel for a couple of days, I'm like, this is a sweet woman, y'all. She's softer than me, y'all. She's softer than me. Y'all just don't know. Y'all, they was over there calling me sweet, y'all. In real life, nobody ever calls me that. Nobody calls me that, because I'm very kind of like, I don't even call myself that, but I think in comparison to the delivery of other people, that's the stark contrast, is because I come off so sweet because I'm not as hard as maybe the other people. But really, I think it's almost like our roles are reversed, to where Tasha exterior is hard, but her inside is soft. My exterior is soft, but my inside is different, So I really think that our roles are very switched. So that's why you really got to get to know people. And not just judge them just kind of on the surface, but really listen to them, because child, I'm no nonsense. I'm no nonsense, but my delivery isn't really hard. It's a softer delivery, but I can still pack a punch to where you can kind of feel where I'm coming from. So it's just how my delivery is. And my delivery is the way it is, just from being conditioned with being in professional environments, and understanding the importance of not wanting to lose the person, because sometimes you can lose the person with your delivery. And I don't want to lose the person. So I really kind of think about, okay, before I'm about to have a certain conversation with someone, I think about how I want to deliver it to that person, because I don't want them to kind of shut down and then they become closed off and don't hear a damn thing I said. So now what you got? You talking to the damn wall. And who likes to feel like they talking to a wall? So I try to be strategic about like how I choose my words. Child, don't start now, won't be nothing. I'm a Scorpio, so y'all bet Google me. Google me. I am a Scorpio, so when you know, I go from 0 to 10. I ain't got no middle ground. It's 0 to 10. I'm a Scorpio in every way. I don't be reading stuff about me and be like, no, that's not me. No, 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 that's me. Listen, I own it. Todd don't believe in zodiac, child. I do. I live, child. What's your sign? I do. I'm heavy, but another fun fact about Scorpios, we're very intuitive. So a lot of people who are into just the what do you want to call it, the zodiac, the moon stuff, a lot of times they're I find that they're Scorpios. So, we're naturally intuitive people. So I think that's too what comes through with how I read people. It's just it's natural for me. And I happen to have education in it as well. So it just kind of brings it together. It makes it easier for me to understand people and to see through people. But yes, y'all, Tasha's a whole sweetheart out here. I arguably sweeter than me. She is. She probably will laugh at that, but I'm pretty sure in real life she's definitely nicer than me. Oh my good. Hey, Yvonne. Welcome, welcome. Y'all better get to know people. Don't be judging people on the surface. Don't do that. Do not do that. Ask questions. Ask questions. Shows one says, "Good afternoon, Sheik and Mods. Blessing. Good afternoon. I thank you for you all being here. I just really want to come out here and just to talk with you all. I don't want to be so removed from this channel now, as I'm building my other channel, to where I still want to check in with you all and just have conversations, because like it's so much to learn, and I don't want this to stop, because I feel like not only myself, but many of you get a lot out of these conversations over here that we have. And it's just a break from just the madness that's going on. And it just allows for us to kind of go deeper in thought and really assess with just how we moving out here. Because sometimes we just doing ish and we ain't even thinking about a child. But I feel like in these moments, at least for me, it has me to really think about, okay, well, why you do this again? So that's why I keep the questions coming, because it challenges for me to go deep and to give answers to some things that maybe I didn't stop to even think about it. So it's just like, you know what, that's a good question. Let me see how I want to answer that. So that's what it's all about over here. Amanda says victorious women get rid of angel. Women get rid of angel. She's a prune. I saw that on the live with the chaos in the other rat. Chanel. Amanda says, I screenshot everything I see suspect and can smell a rat a mile off. Ah, woof, woof to his one as well. Listen, Amanda said, I didn't see these names. Virtuous says, Amanda, thanks for the info. However, she wasn't disrespectful, so she's cool until she's not, basically. So yes, I'm good with that. As long as someone's not disrespectful, I'm good with. They come from a different environment. It's just kind of how you showing up. Sunday Max says, you're beautiful in appearance and soul, and I enjoy your content. You do it well. I appreciate that, Sunday Mac. I appreciate that a lot. Amanda said, okay, I disagree, but you know best. Thank you for that, Amanda, but thank you for looking out as well. We don't want to silence anyone. So as long as people come over here and have some act right to them, listen, we good. We good. Hey, Judge Fifi. Hello. She says hello, chat. Virtuous says chic rule, not mine, Amanda. Virtuous says she's not blocked. Okay. Queen Fifi said a verdict is in on my protective order, speaking on it tonight. All good news against the prune. All right. So y'all make sure you check in with Judge Fifi tonight to hear the update on what she has going on. So we want to continue to follow that. Virtuous Woman says if he was blocked, he couldn't comment. I'm not sure what that means. So hopefully PM is good. Amanda says PM is all good. Thank you. Thank you. Yvonne McGowan, let's get Sheik's likes up. Yes, please get the likes up. It's 79 of you still here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amanda said, P. Diddy, I watched a lot of him. Child, yeah, there's a lot to be said of him. I did the video on him, covered a lot. There's many facets to him. So I'm sure on my channel, there'll be other stories that I will cover of him. But yeah, it's a lot going on with him. So definitely check out that live. As far as the replay gang, Amanda says she's always invited somewhere but goes nowhere. Let me see. GZDR says there has been a recent boom of celebrities accused of using Ozempic to lose weight. How do you feel about Ozempic? Is it cheating? My thing with the Ozempic, as my thing is, as I talk about, if any of you are, hold on one moment, let me turn my fan on. Okay, got back. Got warm in here. So my thing with that, as I talk about on my fitness videos, I don't believe in doing quick fixes. I think that whatever you do to look a certain way, to feel a certain way, it should be something that you feel like you can sustain. So the questions I've had for things such as Ozempic or any of those other drugs is it something you have to forever take, or can you come off of it and still retain or maintain the same results? So my thing is, if it's something and you're only getting results while you're using it, is that really what you want to do? Because eventually you're going to come off of it. And from my understanding, those drugs are not cheap and most insurance don't cover it if you're getting it for a weight loss purpose, because it was designed as a drug to manage diabetes. So if it's not going to sustain you where you get off and you can keep them results, then no, I'm not really for it. I'm for whatever you can do that you can manage and still get the same results. That's why I don't really move specifics from my diet. Like, okay, going without bread. Child, I like bread. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life not eating bread. So what I believe in doing is consuming it in moderation. So just focusing on the amount of it that I consume versus removing it altogether. So to me, I like the idea better to just manage those things that you like, as far as maybe reduce maybe the amounts of it you consume versus like completely removing something, or say something like Ozempic where you just use that and you know that when you get off of it the weight's going to come back. Like that's the thing. I don't know. I've never researched it on that level because that just hasn't been, weight hasn't been a problem of mine as far as for weight loss to research it. But if it's something the research shows that once you get off of it, your body is just going to be out of whack, then I don't think that is something you should do. I think you should go a route to where it's something, whatever you're doing is something you can maintain. So typically what you can maintain is exercise and a healthier diet. Those are typically two things that people can maintain. Anything else is like a season. You're going to do it for a minute and then you're going to stop. And then it's just like, okay, now you're back to the results that you had before. So it's about what can you maintain, because weight loss it's a lifestyle. It's about changing your lifestyle. Change your lifestyle, incorporate fitness and a healthier diet, portion control. That's lifestyle. So I look the way I do at my age because of my lifestyle. And this has been my lifestyle for nearly 20 years. And my lifestyle, when I mean lifestyle, I mean it has consisted of me getting some form of exercise, whether that's walking or doing fitness, working out exercises. But I've been moving for almost 20 years. That's why, you guys like to come along when I do my walk and talk. Child, this is my lifestyle. I'm always moving. And that's the key to weight loss and maintaining results. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. And it helps with mental clarity. And as I talk about, her over in Hawaii, and she's talked about it, which I believe because of, seeing my channel and hearing what I say. I talk about fitness and exercise and things being a good way to help you with mental clarity. If you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, try exercising. Also, drinking water. Did you all know like water can help with mental clarity, and it can help with de-stress. So you may even just be dehydrated. So if you wake up and you just like, oh my God, I feel so tired, I don't have no energy. Drink water and do some type of exercise. It's going to help. It's going to help to rejuvenate you. It's going to start to bring you back to life. Just give it a try. Because sometimes when you wake up, you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I don't have it in me to try to exercise. But that's when you really need to exercise, because that's the exercise is going to give you that energy and it's going to boost your metabolism. So great for mental clarity. So I've seen on her channel where she's talked about things like that. But again, only a couple of times she's done it, which I feel like she's talked about it because it's what I talk about. But exercise, take care of yourself. It makes a difference with the mentals. You ever feel stressed out for whatever reason, just go take some time away from wherever and go do something. Go take a walk, do some exercises, some actual exercise, workout moves or whatever. It helps. Give it a try. It's a healthier way to de-stress than damn cussing your partner out on Beyonce's internet and damn near being at divorce court. And that's not what you want. Not for a moment where it's because you just had a bad day. Like you don't want to risk it all. You don't want to risk it all for one moment. Like, no. Let me just go take a walk. Just go take a walk. Watch your a fitness video, do something for yourself. But sometimes it's just, you just need to de-stress. And, it happens. That's any of us. So it's what you do. Learn great, healthy ways for you to de-stress. What that looks like for me, it may look different for you or the next person, but you got to figure it out. You got to find healthy ways to de-stress. Addison says they are trying to cause confusion. I agree. Sunday Max says, what's your other channel so I can subscribe? It's Chic Speaks on It. Chic Speaks on It. If you go to my community page, there's a link directly there. And then I think Virtuous Woman got it in the chat. Hey, Rhoda, how you doing? How you doing? So this is my new channel. If you haven't subscribed, you all please check out my new channel. Support me over there. I greatly appreciate it because y'all be supporting me hard over here. Like I couldn't ask for a better following. The way y'all show up for me, even when I'm like, listen, and you all still be like, no, she still don't let come back and still talk. So I still, y'all, I show up and I come on here and I continue to talk and talk my talk because of you all. Because I've always said, as long as you show up, I will show up. As long as you show up, I will show up. So, and I mean that. So you all continue to show up for me. I will continue to show up for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so grateful for you all. Sunday Mac said, just subscribe. Thank you, Sunday Mac. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Karen. I appreciate you. It's nice when I see you all. Some of you come over to my new channel, my familiar faces, but I haven't looked to see what percentage are like new subscribers over there on that new channel. Because once I advertised it, y'all started going over there subscribing. So I have to look at that to see what percentage are from over here. I wonder what it tell me. It probably wouldn't even tell me. I would have to probably remember the names of you all because it's a new channel. So it's going to show everybody new. Amanda says, Cactus talk at people and down at people, especially the other boys. I can't stand her. Yep. I don't like that. Don't talk down to people. Talk to people. Virtuous says, if you're new to this channel, welcome, like, share, subscribe. Also join Chic on her other channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for putting that up there. Yes, we're growing that channel road to 1,000 subscribers. So be a part of that experience. Say you are a part of that. Say you were a day one to the new channel. But we're almost at, I don't know what my subscriber count is for this channel. I know it's almost 2,000. It was 1,900 and something before we got on. So road to 5,000 subscribers. We got to get to 2,000 first. So listen, we on our way, child. Thank you, and thank you. Angela says, I am also Scorpio 2 November. We are very analytical. We love to analyze things to the bare bone until the issue is solved. Yes, when you know, you know. I don't know what I find about October Scorpios to November. To me, I find October Scorpios to be more extroverted than my November Scorpios. I got good relationships with other Scorpios, quite a few. It's just funny. I tend to build good relationships with other Scorpios. Most of the time they're November Scorpios and they're more introverted. So they're not like me with the extrovert. So I'm kind of both, but I'm more so like extroverted where like I don't meet a stranger. I can just talk to anybody. When you know, you know. Amanda says they should have done had books already. Brett Face was embarrassed as Cactus was going over the top. The kids are calm with the babysitter as she calm and not a raging lunatic like Cactus is all the time. You said Blue Shirt was looking embarrassed. I seen them getting excited with them books. Listen, them kids, they did act like they hadn't had no. It seemed like they probably never had nobody take them to get no books before. Yeah, the way they was acting, I know kids get excited, but the way they was carrying on and the way mama was carrying on, it looked like that was the first time ever that ever happened. Like they're only used to getting books and seeing books at school. So listen, I'm glad the nanny was able to introduce them to the library, the free bookstore, wherever the heck they went. That was a good look, and the kids, they had smiles on their faces. So yes, hopefully they can continue on that path with the reading and things like that. And yeah, they can just grow up and just be better than the parents. And that's what you want for your children. You want your children to show up better than you. That's just I think responsible parents, any parent, want their child to be better than them in every way. That's what it's about. Rhoda says, yeah, but did it because you are strong at Chic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rhoda. Amanda says, Tosh has been through a lot and it's not made her a bitter person. It made her a better person. I agree. And some people don't really, I think some people get stuck on the surface of someone, and they don't really go beyond that. And I'm a person that go deep and beyond. So for me, it's easy to see it. But for some people, and maybe even for you, Amanda, but for some people, it's hard for them to see it. They're just kind of stuck on just the outer of like the surface stuff of what she said. But are you someone who's able to feel it? And I'm a person, I feel a lot of things. So it's easy for me to feel. But I do the same thing even when it comes to the prune. Like I can feel that she's still a hurt child. Um, it's it just comes off. You got Tosh Mauve and you got the prune, people who have been hurt, and then they how they show up is just very different, but you can see it. You can see it and you can have empathy for it. It's just that one person wants to just live in a victimhood, and then the other person talks about getting through things, overcoming things. Tasha talks about being a survivor of things, um not selling herself short, for a dime or dollar when she's been down bad, but just relying on a higher power, working through it, just working harder, things like that. It's just like people just handle pain very differently. And it is what it is. People just they move differently. So you find your tribe. And I rock with Tosh for those reasons. Amanda says, unlike cactus. Rhoda says that chick over there is just lazy and weak. I know women with more kids than she has, and they made it. Yes, it's the mindset. It's not because she only got it's four of them over there. So yeah, there's a lot of women, people who got bigger families than that, and then they doing it by themselves. She ain't even doing it by herself. So you're right. It's just all a mindset, Rhoda. I so agree. Angela says, and we don't let things intimidate us. We meet it head on. That's life. That's life. Judge Fifi say fact sheep. Just Fifi. Thank you for that. Amanda says Tasha's good where it matters. Yeah. Amanda says, but don't take her kindness for a weakness. I am the same one. Right. And sometimes people can take advantage. So here's the thing. I think someone who comes off hard with an exterior, I think that for people like that, it's probably not as likely for someone out the gate to try to take advantage, because that person, to even get that way, have just had so many life lessons to where they learned that people will try to. I heard Tosh talk about it when we was on our panel. I think it was the first time I was over there, and um, she was saying that it's just natural for her to initially, for her, it's natural for her to just kind of give someone a side eye and allow for them to kind of prove themselves. Like she works from that direction where it's just like, I'm gonna give you the side eye. You need to prove me wrong, versus say, I'm someone to where I work in kind of the reverse. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. And then when you start to show suspect behavior, then I'm gonna try to switch. So you got some people who first lean in with, I already got my eye on you just because I don't know you. So automatically I got my eye on you, you on my list automatically out the gate. Then you have some people who are like, okay, I don't know you. I don't have any opinions of you, but I'm gonna give you a fair chance and I'm gonna just see what you do. I'm just gonna sit here. Now, when you F up, I'm on your ass. So you see, it's so I ask you all, which one are you? Which one are you? I feel like Tasha, like, as she said, listen, I know people will F you the hell over, because I know from life experiences, people will take your kindness for a weakness and this, and that, and third. And then somebody like me will be like, okay, well, I'm gonna give people the benefit of the doubt. But think about it. We are who we are from our life experiences. So from Tosh's life experience, it could have been by being like me out the gate, people start trying to take advantage. So you learn to, I got to be tough out the gate. I got to let her know, don't start none, won't be none. Versus in the environment that I came up in, I didn't have to be that way. I was able to comfortably give people the benefit of the doubt until they show me otherwise. So that's why I say we got to get to learn to know where people come from. Where do they come from? Because our environment shapes who we are. People ain't just around here moving the way they move for no reason. There is a reason. Stop and ask, damn, okay, why do you move that way? And people will tell you, like, you ask questions. I was on Tosh panel. She'd talk about it. Well, yeah, because somebody was like, well, yeah, Tosh, I think it was somebody on the panel, you try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And Tasha, like, yeah, I get it. But from what from my experience, people gonna do this, and that. So you hear people's story, and it's just like, damn, yeah, you right. That makes sense. So, it makes a difference on like the environment you come from and what your experiences have been. And that's how people move. So Tosh move in a way that's most conducive for her, and I move in a way that's most conducive to me. But we have common grounds at the root of it all. It's about just calling out tomfoolery and just wanting people to do better and to show up better. Uh, we just want people to just do right by people and just not moved up in an effed up way. Like that's the root of what we have in common, regardless on like how our delivery differs. And I recognize that. And some people don't recognize that, but I'm a people person, and child, y'all know behaviors, people, that's my ish. That's why y'all over here listening, because that's my lane. So I study people, and I've identified her as a good person. She a good, solid person. She is through and through. Rhoda says there is no excuse for her, and she's selfish for continuing to have children, knowing she's unfit. Yes, very selfish. Rhoda says, hey, Fifi. Petal says, Cactus thinks that because she has a million subscribers, she thinks that she's superior to others and refuses to take responsibility for her delusional behavior. Yes, that's exactly what's going on. And it's just kind of like created a monster. But here's the thing. Almost like you all ever hear with people talking about a person, how people say, oh, when somebody get money, they change. And they be like, no, no, no. The money just magnifies who that person is. So if a person was already, when they were broke, very giving, when they rich, they're going to be very giving. When a person that didn't have a lot was still just had just this very selfish way about them, when they have, they're going to still have a selfish way about them. So to me, prior to her having the 1 million subscribers, she had this entitled way about her. Now, because of the following, it's elevated and you see more of it. You ever see in the videos, like she'll talk, she'll start it out like the last one we reviewed with the club night, and she's just looking and fawning just over herself in the mirror since she's gotten them new chops. And she's just saying, just marveling over just her beauty and things like this is what I'm talking about. This is just someone who's so full of themselves to where they can't see nothing else around them. And she plays it off like, oh, like she's just being playful, but she does, but then she don't. Like, y'all, that's who she is. This is a person that's super full of themselves. But at the same time, they have like a low self-esteem. So they do have those moments to where they don't even believe none of that ish. So it's like they toggle between loving themselves versus not having self-love. And I think that's what happens with her. It's with the manic episodes, it's like she goes up and down with how she feels about herself. And I think it's rooted into people, loved ones, her parents, not um validating her. Because here's the thing, our children, we have to validate them, but it has to, there has to be a balance to where you validate them, by, let them know, yes, you're beautiful, boys, you're handsome, you're smart, you're this. But then it comes a point to where it's not so much about you constantly speaking that into them. It's about them truly believing it. And because they truly believe it, they don't feel like they have to hear someone constantly saying it, because it was embedded in them as they were growing up, these things. So they don't need you to tell them, because they already know, because it was embedded in them when they were little people. Just like she does with the two little ones that she don't do with the oldest ones. She doesn't give no effort, affirm to the oldest ones that they're handsome, that they're smart. All the things that we see her do with the little ones, with 3 and 4, she don't do that with 1 and 2. So guess what? Those are going to be young men. They're going to grow up and have and they're going to be like her, where they're going to be seeking validation. They're going to be seeking validation because they're not going to be confident in themselves as their brother, the 3 and 4 will be, because mama was constantly validating and instilling in them that they were this, that, and the third. Those two older boys, they're not getting that. So they're, as they get older, they're going to be looking and seeking validation, just like their mother. Child, it's real. Like this, like show me a effed up adult, and I can talk to you about how that child didn't get what they needed. It's just the way it is. Y'all, this goes back, like it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Like, it makes a difference with, what we get as children, what we feed into our children. And we just have to be mindful as we're parents with how we felt as children when something was said or done to us, and reflect back on those thoughts and memories. Do we want our children, our offsprings, to ever feel like that? Because you remember that feeling when somebody said or did something to you. Do you want your child, your babies, to ever feel that? You got to think that through as you communicate to them, as you say things that maybe was said onto you when you were a child. Don't forget that, because if it hurts your feelings, what the hell make you think it ain't hurting their feelings? They human too. They're human too. So if it hurts you through and through, it hurt them too. It hurt them too. So Angela said, we don't let things intimidate us. We meet it head on. Let me see, where was I? Peggy says, I am for real. That is Tosh. Amanda says, Chic, I can tell you're nice, but cross you and you'll see a side. Yes, that's me, Amanda. Yes, that's me. But for the most part, I'm just super like chill, like how I am. But my other side comes out when I feel like I've done all that I know that I can do for you and by you. And I've exerted patience, because I have a lot of patience. And then you still did this onto me. Like, that's when you see another side. And then I don't like for you to try to play me crazy. I don't like, don't try to act like I'm dumb and talk to me like I'm dumb and I don't see what you're doing. I don't like that either. But for the most part, this is the energy that people get from me. This is kind of how I am. The other side come out, child. When it come out, it can come out. But most of the time, I'm chill. I'm just like this. I don't meet a stranger. Enemies, no. Like I'm just cool. I'm just cool like that. Rhoda says that, Wolf, why are you over here? Don't start. I saw you last night. Look, Rhoda said, don't start now, won't be nothing. What the hell going on, Wolf? What's going on? Just people say, oh, hey, Rhoda. Amanda says, Rhoda, I just said that one. Listen, Linda, listen, have some act right over here. Amanda says, Rhoda, I go over there like they do over here to cash them all out. Unlike them, I don't play both sides of the fence and change my name, etc. Listen, Amanda said, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Amanda, what's your sign? Did you say what your sign is? What's your sign, Amanda? Rhoda said, Amanda, this ain't that kind of spot. B-Day said, hello, Chic and panel of beautiful people. Hey, welcome, welcome. Oh, child. Francis says, hi, Chic speaks. Hello, hello. Rhoda says, Wolf is over saying negative comments. I saw it, and they come over here and run back and start trouble. Amanda said, I go to the gym. It's the best way, and eat a lot of protein, veggies, etc. with cheat days. Yeah, it's about having a balance. I say have a cheat day, once a week, maybe your cheat day, whatever it is. But I don't believe in removing things cold turkey. It's just, just have some act right with it. Don't go ham, on it. But, just eat, as they say, drink responsibly, eat responsibly. How about that? Sunday Max said Ozempic is a diabetic med. They have one called Wegovy prescribe. I like for weight loss if you want to go that route. So yeah, if anything, just make sure you do your research. Just make sure you do your research on anything you do, because it's things have side effects. So just do your research, talk to your physicians, and y'all, make the best decision for you. Let me see. Wolf says, Chic, you are much better on your own. I appreciate your openness and being grounded. Thank you for your comment, Wolf. For the most part, I'm a solo act. I went over to Tosh platform a couple of times. It's just what I felt like doing at that time. But for the most part, I've just kind of always been like a solo act. So you don't really too much see people up on my stage. It's kind of just me, just controlling the flow of the conversation. That's the control in me, child. But thank you for your comments. Peggy says, I love my bread too, child. Don't take my bread and my pasta. So listen, I can cut back, but don't take it away. Don't take it away. Sunday Max says they have one strictly for weight loss called Wegovy. Ozempic is for diabetic. Oh, okay. So the Wegovy is specifically for weight loss. Yep, just do your research. Do your research. That's all I say. Amanda said, "It's woof woof. Why don't you huff and puff and blow yourself the f out here?" Oh, not Amanda. You said that's blue shirt. That's blue shirt over here. Lord, is that blue shirt? Amanda said, "Gym is good for me, my mind, body, and soul. I would recommend it to anyone with mental health, etc. Not take medication or self-medicate." Yes. The gym is great, working out even at home, but just getting some type of physical fitness in is a great way to just maintain, mental balance while also keeping your body together. Y'all, if you don't know, you better get into it. Up your fitness game. Just give it a try and you'll see what we're talking about. Francis says, I love you, Chic Speaks. I love your energy. I love you too, Francis. Thank you for coming over here and supporting me. I thank you all. I am always appreciative of you all. And I really enjoy when you all comment on my videos. I try to comment. Y'all, listen, y'all be hitting me up with the comments. And I try to give a response to everyone's comment, or at least a heart. But I see your comments. So I do thank you all for being engaged on my content and keeping the conversation going. I thank you, and I appreciate any of you who show me love on my new channel. And if you haven't yet, if you could do so, show me love and support as well on my new channel as we grow over there, because I do want to expand the brand. Listen, we want the message to travel. We want this positive message to travel. Wolf says, working out is good for everyone, no matter who they are. And Amanda. Yes, it is. It's good for everyone. Woof, woof. Bango, Joe, Bango. Let me see. Banjo says, hello, Chic Speaks in chat. I think she could be helped with a good doctor and meds. I agree. And that's where she has to put that work in and go seek out those resources. But I agree. And we've said that many of times over here. So if she's listening to my content, she's definitely heard that recommendation, which is what I think is rooted into when she'll say, oh, I went and saw someone, or I see someone once a week. I think is rooted into, she know over here we're saying that's what she should do. That's what we highly, highly, highly recommend. So she puts it out there like she's doing that, but it ain't happening, because if it was, we would see it show up in how she moves, and she still moves the same way. So she's still doing the same things, right? That's kind of how it works. Francis says, I'm an August Virgo and my best friend is October Scorpio. I connect so well. Yes, my husband is a Virgo. He's a September Virgo. I'm a Scorpio. So we work very well, very compatible signs. Y'all see what I give. And then, my husband as a Virgo, Virgos are very down here, and Scorpio's kind of up here. So it's like the calm, it's the balance for me. So it's the balance. So yes, I would imagine that's a great relationship you have, because my husband and I have a great relationship, because it works. The Scorpio and the Virgo, y'all, it just works. Banjo sounds September Virgo. Shout out Virgo. See, Banjo, September Virgo. I play well with the Virgos. I play well with everyone. I feel like the signs that kind of closely align with minds that can probably be like energy kind of going back and forth is the Aquarius, which is what my daughter is. She's 14. And then the Aries. Them signs, child. I think they got all these similarities. So sometimes it can be crazy. But I think, of the, those three, them other two, the Aquarius child and the Aries. I have my mom's an Aries and my daughter's Aquarius. So to me, when I communicate with them, it's a lot of similar strong energies. It's not like, as I talk about the balance, like with the Virgo and the Scorpio, it ain't no balance in act with them signs. It's almost like, me kind of dealing with a very similar strong energy like mine. So that's what I take notice. So that's why I'm head big into the signs, because it helps me to understand, okay, what kind of energy I'm about to kind of embark on. So it works for me. It works for me. But again, it's going to work if you are a believer. If you're not a believer, it's not going to work. Francis says, my husband and two of our kids are September Virgos. Yeah, Virgos are very cool, calm, collect, beautiful people. Definitely don't start none, won't be none. Silent riot. Very, listen, don't sleep on them. Francis says, happy birthday, Banjo. Yes, my husband's birthday is September 16th. So it's coming in a few days. Happy birthday. Sugar and Spice says, there are so many other things going on in the world to talk about. Why continuously speak on the prune every single day? For one, actually, I personally don't speak on her every day. Actually, as of late, I speak on her less. But if you're new to my channel, there's a lot over here that when we talk about her, we talk about it from a learning perspective, because it's so many layers to her. And so I say it's like a case study. And I use that language just because from being a student, she's like a case study. So it's just so much to learn as we watch the content over there, and how she moves with how, her thought process with how she goes about things in her day to day, how she interacts with people, her relationships. So it's a learning thing for me. Like, I like to talk about it and dissect it just because of my mental health background. It's just so much, child. She's that gift that just keeps on giving. And I always say, as long as she jump on the internet, there is going to be something to talk about. There's going to be something to talk about. She is definitely not a boring person. We'll say that, not boring person, but welcome Sugar and Spice. And please have you all hit the like button. Authentically Me says that Sugar, she is speaking in context of mental health. Yes, this is a learning environment. So anything pertaining to that channel, I talk about it from the mental health perspective, as to help to understand the whys behind what it is we see. Because even if you are a supporter, you have to be delusional to not recognize that something ain't right with that child more often than not on most days. So for you to not question some of the things that you see, it lets me know you're just living in just a state of denial, and you just don't want to see something different for whatever your reason is. And that's your business. But over here, it's not about just ignoring something because it's somebody we like. If we see something that just don't seem right, we're gonna ask some questions. Just like even people who are supporters of me and what they've seen me do, say as it comes to me communicating or collaborating with other content creators, they have questions. They brought them to me. So that's what it's about. Even if it is someone you support, those people who had questions for me, I didn't take it to where, okay, they're not supporters of mine because they had questions for me as to why I did certain things. No, that's what it's about. You can still support someone, but recognize that something just not right, and really want this person to do better, and really want to try to understand maybe why is this person doing this, and to try to hold this person accountable to point out, that ain't cool with how you moving. And some people allow for them to just move recklessly, and then so therefore that person just doesn't change. They just continue to just do the absolute most, because they don't hold their feet to the fire. They don't hold them responsible for their behaviors just simply because they like them. That you ain't doing nothing for us knowing if that's how you're moving. No, you need to call out stuff that don't seem kosher. Authentically Me says any public figure can be analyzed for this reason. It happened to be this person. It isn't done by chic in a distasteful manner. I agree. Thank you for that. I don't feel like I analyze her in a distasteful manner at all. Virtuous says that Sugar and Spice Chic already addressed that question one time, and we not going to keep questioning her about her channel. She free to address topics like everyone else. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Wolf says Sugar Chic is improving on her content. Thank you for that. Wolf. Amanda says people are a product of their environment and what they've been exposed to. Some of it affects them, and others just learn to adapt to the way of life. Well said. Thank you for that, Amanda. And that is true. Angel says, thank you, Francis, to your Virgos too. Amanda says, happy birthday, Banjo. Yes, happy birthday. It's Virgo season. We just had 9/11 just passed. And many of you probably can remember what you were doing when 9/11 happened. Wow, it don't even seem like it's been as long as it has been, but it's been a minute since 9/11. So yes, the anniversary just passed for that just yesterday. Just yesterday. Banjo said, I was immature like Rose when mines were little ones, but I had strong mom to straighten me out. Yeah, it's like sometimes we don't always know, but you want to have people around you that's going to check you and say, listen, like you can't do that. We need to try to do better. So that's what it's about. Wolf says, trying to be positive, speak to others too. Yeah, that's I'm working on trying to be more positive, try to help people how I can. Amanda said praises the band ones, and I ignore the bad ones, mistreat the good ones. B Day says, Sheik, I totally agree with your assessments of the prune and her pruning way. She is so dried up in her delusional state of mind. Addison said she calls 3 and 4 perfect, but not 1 and 2. Yeah, like I peeped that, and it's just sad. The Bear Pantry Show. Hey, welcome. She said, I'm sorry, but the eldest one is already like her. He was humble and kind and sweet, but now he is telling off the viewers and acting like he knows everything. I've noticed the change in the past 2 months. Yes. So if you're seeing it, listen, if you've seen it, I mean, because that's his examples. Lami says, what's sad is 3 and 4 are not cute to me. That baby got a big head and cries too much and race. Number 3 is very annoying and needs his behind popped. He's way out of order. I feel like with her 3 and 4, because they daddy white, then that's to her. That's just if it's white is right. Y'all know if it's white, it's right. Wolf says, Amanda, we are in Sheik's live. Be kind. Amanda says that Wolf, she did talk to us and gave us the benefit of the doubt at Victoria's Women. Oh my goodness. So this has been nice. It's been nice chatting with you all. I have to rush. Let me see. I need to see if give me a minute, see if I can still stay on here. My daughter normally has soccer practice, but y'all, it's raining. So I don't know if we're gonna catch soccer practice tonight if it's gotten canceled because it's raining here. It's raining here. So it's raining a little bit at least. Vicky Wash says other content creators with 1 million+ subscribers ignore the reaction channels. She's have done the same. Other content creators with 1 million+ subscribers ignore the reaction channel. She should have done. Yeah, I just think that the whole situation just speaks to her mentals, where her state of mind is. So that's why she moves in a way that other content creators don't, because her mind is it's not in a place where other content creators' minds are. So that's why we see her show up differently, because even with other content creators who have large followings, I don't even see people doing few reviews on their channels in a way that they do reviews on that channel. And I just think that it's based on how she moves. She moves in a different way than other content creators. And it's in a negative way. It's a more toxic way. So it has for people to have these opinions, because child, we're all not crazy. Like I said, when you all put that channel's name in the search, you're going to see so many other like channels that come up, sometimes even before you get to their channel, because people are reacting to the madness that we're not seeing on other family type channels. And so it's not us, it's the channel, it's us reacting to the madness that we're seeing. It's us reacting to the other madness that we're seeing. So That's what we have to keep in mind. And that's what I keep in mind. It's not me, it's me recognizing the foolishness, me talking about it, and then them having a problem with it. So, question, do I stop talking about it because they're upset that I'm talking about it? Or do I continue to still express my opinion just as they do and anyone else do on this internet? And I've chosen to still come on here and just express my opinion because I'm entitled to it. Amanda says, I did a minute of silence like I always do for 9/11. Okay, that was nice. Hold on one moment. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, looks like soccer practice is a no go for tonight. So, I can stay on here a little longer. Just want to check before I had ended this live because it's kind of raining here. I'm in Georgia. So, the weather, we're getting into the fall season, my favorite time of the year. I love the fall. I love the fall. So, I'm not mad at all. Lami says that girl's terrible in front of the boys. Um, did you all see on her community page a couple of days ago? She posted the baby pictures of herself and she talked about wanting to have a daughter and possibly naming her after her. What do you all think of that? Because I personally feel like that was her way of taunting because it gotten back to her that people weren't here for her having a baby, having a daughter. But I feel like a drive to have a daughter is now um, stems from people feeling like she doesn't deserve to have a daughter just because of how she behaves, and collectively a lot of people don't feel like she would be a good she would be a good example to a baby girl. Here's my thing. It's not my call or anybody's call as to what she's, what she has. Like, we really can't control it. I believe that everything happens in God's time and in his will. And I feel like if she is supposed to be a mother to a little girl, she will be a mother to a little girl. And if she's not, then she won't. Here's a thought about the idea with her being one day having a daughter. Do you all think that maybe if she were to become a mom to a little girl, it would have her to elevate herself? Do y'all think that could happen? That becoming a mom to a little girl, just think about it. Becoming a mom to a little girl could have her to move in a different way than she ever moved before because she doesn't want her daughter to experience certain things that she experienced. Or another idea, to it would maybe having a daughter would have her to move in a different way just to go against all of those people who may think that she's incapable of moving in a way of a responsible mother to a little girl. Because as we see, she is the type to want to challenge you. If you say this, she has this mindset of, okay, if you say I can't do this, I'm gonna show you. And many of us have that. Sometimes we're driven by that. Oh, you said I can't do it. Just because you said I can't do it, I'm gonna show you I can do it. So what if on a positive tip, she has a daughter and she does just that? She works hard to show that she can be a great example to her daughter. Do y'all think that's a thing with her? I know anything is plausible, but are y'all like, I'm not Ashik? I see where you're going with it, but I don't see that with her. It's just a thought that kind of just popped into my mind with her, because it's a 50-50 chance with which one. Yvette said nope. You like, you let me get it out and be like, nope, nope, not at all. Love Watts said, I don't think that it'll change anything because it's a mental issue. Okay. Just listen, it just kind of popped in my mind because what they say, the Lord doesn't give us more than what we can handle. And it was something that popped into my mind because it is possible for her to have a daughter. What would our thoughts be if we were to learn it's a baby girl? Like you want to hope for the best. You want the best, right? And I think the best scenario would be her to try to prove people wrong. But again, that mental, listen, we can't ignore the mental. So you're right. But this is just me. Y'all know how I am. She be trying to find the positive. Okay, I'm like Tosh alter ego. I'm Tosh. We like good cop, bad cop. I'm Tosh alter ego. Look, we both mean well, but I'm like her alter ego. And it's just an idea that came to mind. Like, if she would be willing to just work hard to try to prove the naysayers wrong. Like, I can be a good mom to my daughter, and I'm going to show her a different way. I'm going to teach her what it means to be ladylike, how to sit with her legs crossed, how to eat with a fork, how to use a paper towel or a napkin to wipe her hands, how to comb her hair, put clean clothes on, take a bath. Listen, y'all, I'm naming out a lot of ish. Y'all like, Chic, you sure putting a lot on her. You sure trying to stretch her thin. You trying to stretch her real thin. Y'all like, Chic, like, listen, I hear what you saying, Chic, but you done put a lot on that child. You done put a lot. Doja Cat said, no, she has too many mental issues. Manna says, I told her, Prune, are you sick? Look at your own kids. The Bear Pantry says, I believe she can't because she will not even admit she has a problem. So yes, you got to start there first. Jen says she can do that now as a mother to her sons, and she doesn't. Great point, Jen. Kira Williams says, my zodiac sign is a Cancer, and I have great connection with my daughter who's a Scorpio. Also, I love your content. Thank you, Kira. My middle son, he's a Cancer. And I have twin sisters. They're Cancer. So I'm used to dealing with Cancers. So I have good relationships with Cancers. Vicky says, absolutely not. She shouldn't have any more children. He was like, wait, absolutely not. I felt that, Vicky. Absolutely not. She shouldn't have any more children. Her reasons would be all wrong ones out of spite trying to prove something. I hear you, y'all. I'm just throwing it out there. Listen, y'all know how I do over here. I try to find different ways to look at things, to try to go deep, try to find a positive somewhere. And that's what this looks like in this moment on today's live. That was hilarious. I felt that, Vicky. Abundance says it will be competitive. I can see that. Like, what do y'all think that will look like with her trying to compete with her daughter? Isn't that the worst? How many of you have seen that between mother and daughters or have even felt that? where you felt like there was some type of competition between you and your mother, or you feel like, competition between you and your daughter, or yeah, like, it's a real thing. It's unfortunate, but to me, I just feel like it happens so often. And it's unfortunate because when that is the case, it just creates just these bad, horrible relationships between mothers, and daughters. And I have one daughter, and that's something I never want to do, is to just feel like, okay, there's this competition, and to try for and want her to ever feel like I'm competing against her. Like, I don't know. That's so weird to me, but it is a whole thing. We know it's a thing. So I hear what you're saying, abundant. With what she gives today, I can see that happening. And it's sad. It's sad, but I can see it. Francis says, I don't think Cactus cares if she has a girl. If she did, I know that she would be jealous having another female around. Yeah, since I've known who she was, since the last pregnancy, I knew she wanted that one to be a girl, and they showed on their short, like, they were disappointed when they learned that it was another boy, because she said she wanted to give her husband a daughter, and at that time, I didn't even know he already had a daughter. So I just thought, she wanted to just give him his first daughter or whatever. But I've since learned he has a daughter. I hear he has a beautiful daughter. So it's unfortunate because sometimes, like one time I was listening to a live, and he was talking about being a father. And this was the day, I think the nanny was there, and they had the pizza party, and they were eating crickets or whatever they were eating when he was eating with the boys. And they were having a good time. And someone asked him a question about fatherhood, and he talked about what that meant to him. And it's like when he spoke about it, he only referenced the children in the household with him. He didn't reference the daughter. And I understand that he didn't have any, I don't know. To me, a part of me just felt like he should have acknowledged her, even though, and he could have even went into saying, yes, Father, this is what it's like. I enjoy it. You all see me here with 4 of my 5 children. I have 4 children. These are usually my 4 boys, but I have a daughter as well. So I'm just, I just wish that he would have acknowledged her, but in that moment, he didn't acknowledge her. And I just know that if she were to have heard that, and who's to say, we don't know what content she's seen of her dad and her siblings on the internet, because from my understanding, she's around the ages of the Prune's oldest 2 children. But just think about it, watching your parent on TV, on the internet, and they talk about parenting and being a dad, and they don't include you in that, when they acknowledge how many children they're a parent to, they don't include you. So in that moment when he talked about being a dad, I just couldn't help but to think about how he left her out and he didn't reference her. I just think it could have been a moment for him to acknowledge her, even if he separated, mentioned she's not here, but I do have a daughter. He didn't do that in that moment. And I just didn't think that was cool. Abundance says, I won't have a daughter now because I know I'm really just ready, aka God's timing, though. Yes, everything is on his timing. Everything's on his timing. Jasmine says the metal portion that y'all are seeing is being done on purpose because people keep talking about her. Yeah, I get it. I still talk about her. It's just done differently now. I do have another channel, so I'm just trying to kind of move around and just balance things, just for just me and just my own just brand and mental health, everything. So yes, I do think that the more people do talk about her, the more she show her behind. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Mo 1961 Yancey says in her mind, she thinks she can do no wrong. Heather Headley in my mind. Yep, I agree. Amanda says that baby girl would be walking around naked like all them kids. I don't know. I can see her allowing for that little girl to move like her brothers without kind of um teaching her that, okay, yes, your brothers can do that, but you can't do this because you're a little girl. I can see her doing that when the baby's young versus, even when they're babies, like little babies, like 1 and 2, you have to raise them with knowing, okay, what it is to, have your body's clothes, wearing a shirt. Like, you can't raise a little girl like a little boy. So you can't just let a little girl, it's not appropriate for you to just let a little girl run around with just a diaper on versus, you putting some clothes on her. So I can't see her doing that and thinking nothing of it. And then challenging the people in the video who say, put some clothes on her, and her saying, why? I did this with my other kids. What's wrong? She's just a baby. She don't have anything to cover up. Like, I can see her mindset. And again, a lot of these teachings, even though, yes, she's going to be a baby, her upper body's going to look just like that of a little boy at the time, because she wouldn't have, developed breasts and things at that time as a 1-year-old or 2-year-old. But again, what they say, raise a child in the way in which you want them to go. So it's about instilling certain things, certain behaviors into that child. So therefore they know, okay, this is how, this is what a little girl does. Like, I have 2 boys and a daughter. So my 2 older children are boys, and then I have a girl. My daughter naturally wanted to do things that she saw her brothers do, but we had to instill in her, make it apparent, hey, you are a girl, you can't do this, you have to do this. I have a memory of her just boohooing, crying when she had to wear a dress one day. She wanted to wear a 3-piece suit like her brothers, and she was like 3. I remember that. So yes, they're going to naturally want to, mimic their brothers, but you have to teach them, okay, you can do this, but over here, this is how you have to behave because you're a little girl. So you can't blur those lines. So it wasn't like my little daughter, like she wasn't taking baths with her brothers. Like, it was just always separate. She had her separate room. She had her separate space. I taught her what it was to be a young lady, even though she had brothers. So she understands, like, okay, boys can do this, but girls do this. So you raise them that way. You have to instill that in them as a young child. But to your point, Amanda, and other people have made this point, I can see her not doing that early enough. And then as the little girl get older, and if she tries to want to insert some of that, the little girl gonna be confused, like, well, why? I've been doing what they do. Why now I got to do something different? Because a child will hit you with that. A child would be like, wait a minute, it's the consistency. It's the lack of consistency for me. Y'all know these kids will call you out and be like, wait a minute, that ain't what you said the last time when I went. That ain't what you said. They will do. Kids, these kids, that's why you have to be consistent with the messaging, how you show up for them, because they will let you know if you trying to switch it up on them, and they not going to be here for the switch up. They are not going to be here for the switch up. So y'all better out the gate, better do right by these kids, because they will let you know. They will embarrass the hell out you. They got this thing called the internet, the social media. If you know, you know. So y'all don't be playing with these kids. Come correct. Be consistent. Be consistent out the gate. Be on it. Handle your business. Don't wait till they 10, 11, and 12. No, from out the womb, you handle your business. So they have no memory of you not being about that life and getting in there behind. They have no memory, because their whole memory is mommy and daddy don't play. That's the memory that they need. That's all they need to know. You can't be starting at 11 and 12 talking about, don't be testing me, I'll play. They'd be like, that child will laugh in your face and go on and do whatever the hell it is they want to do, because they ain't never seen you show up and be consistent before and discipline them before. So they like, well, who are you? Like, and why are you today choosing to be parent of the year? Like, they will low key tell you stuff like that. Have y'all ever seen some disrespectful kids or heard them talk, and you clutch your own invisible pearls like, oh my God, it couldn't be me? But that's because of the upbringing. Because if you didn't check them early on when they were little people, very small, then at 11 and 12, they wouldn't be talking slick to you like that. You better ask somebody. I'm sounding like a whole parent out here who done raised 3 kids who are still raising two and one in college. So I know. Be consistent. Be consistent. Jen says she doesn't do things herself. Come on. Jasmine says we as Africans don't use forks and spoons. It's a cultural thing. Well, she did say her on her genealogy, it came back that she was Nigerian. So I don't know if that's the Nigerian part of her eating the pot roast with her fingers and the rice with her fingers, because she said she was Nigerian. She said she was 23% white. She claiming, I didn't hear her talk about reference herself as we when she talk about the Hawaiians. So maybe she tapping into the Nigerian side when she ain't using forks and spoons, Jasmine. But I do understand some cultures don't use utensils. I've seen that before as far as with the Africans, just from when I've been around them, like in braid shops, getting my hair done or something. I might see them, eating some food or whatever. So, but listen, maybe she tapping into the Nigerian side. Who knows? Karen says, Amanda, she said that about her toes and last, so she knows everyone would comment on it. I did peep her showing the new nails, the manicure and the pedicure. She got the hands and the feet hooked up. So that was a nice look. So we'll take it. Hopefully we'll see if she can keep it up. Because Lord, I was not here for what was what it looked to be the whiteout. I didn't know that was a thing to be putting white out on the nails, because I'd never seen nothing like that. Now I don't know for sure if it's white out, but goddamn it, it sure didn't look like no nail polish. It didn't look like no S&S powder. It didn't look like no gel polish. It didn't look like no cheap watered down polish. It looked more in line with some white out or some paint. That's what it looked like to me. The Bear Pantry Show says, how she gonna teach what she don't know? They be having them self-help books. I don't know. Y'all think she'll make her way to the Barnes and Noble? Since the kids going to the bookstore, she gonna go to the bookstore and get her book. Can she go with y'all next time, Nanny? Can you take the mama? Can you take the mama to the used bookstore? Mama need to be in there too. Abundance says, I have to be honest with myself. I had a son young, but wanted a girl bad. In hindsight, I understand why God didn't give me a girl first. Child, I remember I wanted a girl first, and he sure gave me a boy for the first 2 pregnancies. But no, let me take that back. I wanted a boy first because I knew already how I said, my husband been ran off and left me and the baby girl, because you know how you are. So the idea at that time of me having a little me just been spoiled, like, you're young and just child. I was like, no, I can't do him like that. So I knew I wanted a boy first. And that's what he gave me. The second time around, I feel like I was ready for a girl and I wanted a girl. It ended up being another boy. The third time was the girl. So it happens the way it's supposed to. When I think about parenting with having 3 children, I do feel like, boys are definitely easier, to me than the girls. So I'm glad I have 2 boys and 1 girl versus it being the other way around, because child, the emotion, the attitudes that come with the girl, I'm good with just the one. I am good with just the one. When you know, you know. Love Watt says it could get worse, especially with all that stripper mentality and twerking everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I just listen, Shaw. I just want to throw the question out there as just food for thought, But I do feel like, in my humble opinion, I do feel like she's not ready to be a mother to a little girl. I think before she becomes ready, it's going to take for her to have to get some clinical help to deal with her psychological and emotional traumas. It's going to take for her to acknowledge the error of her ways. It's going to take for her to recognize that what she's been giving thus far in the area of parenting will not be conducive for her as she's raising a little girl. It's not even beneficial to the boys, but we're just talking about if she were having a girl, like you're the first, example to them as far as what a lady should be like, a woman should be like they're learning from you. And we all have to individually really be honest with ourselves. Like, are we a good example for a little person that looks like us? Like, are we we have to, a man have to ask himself that too when it comes to a boy. Am I a good example of a man to a young man? Am I a good example of a woman to a young lady? Like, these are questions we have to ask ourselves, and be real, and come up with a real genuine answer. Because listen, the child, and then here's the thing, genetics is real. Genetics is real. So regardless of even what she may with the vision, with the eye, show this child, just the DNA, the genetic part of it, just her just taking on just characteristics of her mom, like that is a real thing. That's a real thing. Little Silver says she would have a girl, she too lazy to be doing hair care. I guess she'd be wearing an afro like number three, because she says she do number three hair once a week when he take a bath. Virtuous says that jamming, they talking about her with the reason for every action. There is a reaction, good, bad, or ugly. Exactly. And we can control our actions, but we can't control the reactions that we get. And that's what I talked about earlier. Like, it's our responsibility to control how we present ourselves to the world. We can't get mad at how people respond to us based off of what we're giving. Change up what you giving, child, if you want a different response. Simple as that. Like, y'all, it's really not that deep. If you want a better response, change your energy, change how you present yourself, change how you're showing up. That's how you get a different response. Like, it's simple to me. Stacy says, let me see, the prune doesn't think anything is wrong with her. So boy, girl, or trans wouldn't change who she is. She would tell the world they need to change. Yeah, it's the accountability, lack of accountability. B-Day says stripper can be moms and have family, and she can teach them stripper talent early in their childhood. Well, I will say that if she did have a little girl, I'm sure all them skills that we see were how she can do them flips, spread them wide, do all of that. I'm sure her daughter would have the same flexible abilities. Now, there's nothing wrong with the little girl being able to have the same flexible abilities. It's just um, it's a time and place when you're doing those things. Like my daughter, she showed as an early age. I think she was like 3 when I first seen she can do the splits, like, and she just naturally could do it. And she ended up, we eventually put her in gymnastics and things. But child, mama can't even damn do I can't do none of that damn issue. See the prune do. I can't damn do it. Don't be looking. Y'all might think we look alike, but what I can't do is any. I can't do that. I can't do that. But my daughter, as early as like 3, had the ability to do that. She was just very limber. So I believe her child would actually be able to, be very limber, just like her mom. And then her mom, would teach her how to do certain things. But it's just like, what are you doing with the skill sets? It's just a time and place. And it's not what you do, it's like how you do it. So it's okay if the baby girl will be able to do certain things as far as with her body, with splitting things like that. But make sure she's in like a dance, and she does dance, she does ballet, things that where those type of skills are a part of the requirement. So it's just kind of like how she utilized those skills. But yes, strippers do be having kids. They do. They have whole entire families. They got husbands. They got wives. Jen said, "I hear you." Jasmine says, "I seen you said something about her washing her son's hair once a week. My question is, how often are you applying shampoo to your locks?" To my locks with shampooing every 2 weeks. I'll apply shampoo to my locks, and in between time, I'm applying, other products and things like that for maintenance. But shampoo every 2 weeks, pretty much. No, I've done weekly before. I've actually done a couple of times a week before, but in this season, my hair's been locked. I just made 3 years since my hair has been locked. Abundance says my son is a Cancer. I love him down. He's so intuitive. That's good. Yeah. Francis says very competitive. Amanda says the world does not want a mini me of the prune. You could imagine. Child, or what? Y'all think it'll break the internet? Francis says, look at mommy dearest. A lot had to do with jealousy. Yes. Mommy Dearest was something else. I haven't seen that movie in years. If you all haven't seen that movie, watch that movie, Mommy Dearest. I should probably watch it now, like at this point in my life. Post, I don't think I've watched it since I've had my education in mental health counseling. So I wonder, watching it, how would I view the movie? Would I just spend the entire time just psycho analyzing things, as well as Sybil? If you ever seen Sybil, person, it was a person with like multiple personality. So there's a lot of movies that growing up I watched, but since I've kind of had, the knowledge of mental health counseling, that I haven't kind of watched. So I imagine it'd be a different kind of experience watching these old movies now today versus, back when I was younger and just still trying to figure out life. Karen says no, she would be no different with a girl. Vicky Wash says that I get it. She would be jealous of her own daughter getting the attention. I believe that's why she and her mom have the relationship they do, being at odds and jealous of each other. Yeah, the whole jealousy thing, and with moms, a lot of times it is a generational thing. So it could show up again. It could show up again because I do feel like, at this point in life, there is some type of competition there, between her and the mom. Unhealthy competition. I don't know if there's any. I think healthy competition is probably only when you're playing a game with one another. But as far as when you're just competing just in life, then that's not ever healthy. So yeah, that's a good point, Vicky. Amanda says a prune is not got that chromosome to have a girl. My mom, God rest her soul, could not have boys, only girls. They all never went full term pregnancies. Wow, that's interesting. So you said she could never have boys. She was only having girls. That's interesting. Hmm, very interesting. Thanks for sharing that, Amanda. Yolanda says, I have one daughter and she's the oldest of my three, and I never felt jealous or being competitive. We are close and enjoy and blessed. That's the way it should be. Like, I can't even wrap my mind around being that way. Even just as I look at my daughter with how she interacts with just my husband, her father, my children's father. I grew up not having my dad like present like that and around. So it's like I look at her and see the bond and the relationship that she has, with my husband, her dad. And it's just like, wow, must be nice. It must be nice. I just tell her that, like, it's just, I look at them and see, them having access to both of their parents in the home. Like, that's just wasn't my experience. But I look at my three children and just see that they have something that I didn't have, but that was by design, as far as for them to have what I didn't have. So when I say by design, I mean, that was me, me intentionally being very strategic and selective about who I chose to make a life with, who I chose to marry, who I chose to have to be the father of my children. It was very intentional because I wanted them to have a different type of experience than what I had. So that's what it's about. So jealousy, I just can't imagine. I just look at her and just think just how blessed she is just to even have that. It's almost like I just lived through her, like, wow, that's what it looks like when you're daddy's girl. So it's beautiful. Mhm. It's beautiful. I think all girls should know what it feels like to be a daddy's girl. But unfortunately, especially in our community, the Black community, that's not the case. Unfortunately, it is not the case. Virtuous Woman says, like, share, subscribe if you're new. Also join Sheik's new channel. More on my channel. My new channel is Sheik Speaks on It. This is the link she's shared. Thank you, Virtuous Woman. Yes, please check me out on my new channel. I have a show scheduled tomorrow at like 6. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So make sure you're over there. We are talking about the politician, the local mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany Henyard, look into her. You can go to my channel and check out the show that I have scheduled. But we are going to talk about her. We're going to learn who that woman, Harpo. We're going to learn who she is because her name has been continuously buzzing in the internet streets, and not in a good way, child. Not in a good way at all. Ariane says she needs a whole village to change. DFit Vegan says, no, she's a narcissist. They can't love. Doesn't matter if it's a son or a daughter. Her heart is wicked. She would exploit her daughter and have her in a bikini online. It's unfortunate, but I can see her doing it and coming up with some type of rationale as to why it's cool. I can see it. Abundance said at Amanda Jane, I feel like I will be the boy mom if I have another one too. But I was not immature, and my daughter would be a mess if I had one because I was a mess. Yeah, like you got to really think about like what were you given, as a child. Early on, I didn't want to start out parenting with a daughter because I'm like, I ain't ready to be dealing with another me. But I've grown and I evolved. So I do have a daughter. But you have to be real with, what kind of energy do you give? What kind of energy did you give? Because child, all that come back on you. All of that come back on you. Genetics is real. Payback is real. It comes on you. It comes back. Lami says she won't have a daughter because her motive is messy. She wants her daughter to replace the one he already has. If that happens, she's going to really neglect the older two boys. We will see the divide. Wow. So sad. DFit says how the prune go teach a daughter and she can't take care of herself as a woman. Questions. DFit says, please, Sheik, don't put that in the atmosphere. The world would be a better place without the prune having a daughter. I just listen. I feel like it's best go on and just try to do right by the boys that are already here. We'll just leave it at that. I don't think boy or girl, any new additions to the family um, should take place. Just for the simple fact that just from a mental standpoint, I don't think that mentally it just would be beneficial for her. I think she just needs to focus on taking care of the four that are here and just trying to show up for herself. Like Amanda says, the prune is different race depending on which day of the week. Listen, she didn't hit them all. She said, listen, my genealogy said, I'm your race, I'm your race, I'm your race. And listen, she can fit in with anybody in any conversation, whatever they say they are, she done found, listen, let me look at my report. Okay, I'm that too. I'm that too. So Amanda said it's a mom online right now that was a sugar baby. Her daughter is a prostitute at 13, and the mom exploits her and says she doesn't know where she got it from. No, what do you mean you don't know where she got it from? That's that part right there. When I say I don't like when somebody play me crazy, if somebody in my face, me knowing what I know, and they hit me with that, and they know I know what I know, that's that part, y'all, that sets me off. What do you mean? Why is she like this? And I see people all the time that that does that with their children, like just in regular life, where their child is given what they give, and maybe on a higher level, but they still be sitting in confusion, acting like they don't know where the hell they got it from. What do you mean? It came from you. Your ass. That's where it came from. But nobody want to claim the not so good parts of a child. Everybody want to claim the good stuff. We quick to say, that come from your daddy or that come from your mama. Nobody want to claim the toxic part, the negative part, the not so good part. But deep down, we know where stuff come from. We may not want to say it out loud, because it's just you just don't want to acknowledge it. But just because you don't outright vocally acknowledge something, it doesn't make a thing not a thing. Like you can be quiet all you want to, but we already know what the deal is. And just like with that thing on that island, I can be over here and quiet if I choose to be quiet, but it doesn't change the fact that your stuff is just effed up over there. It doesn't change that, whether I'm speaking on it or not, whether I'm reviewing content or not. It doesn't change the fact that it's just effed up over there and it needs to get better for a plethora of reasons. It doesn't change. And some people think that just because you don't talk about something, that it just makes it not a thing anymore. And that's just not how life works. I don't know where people get that from, that just because you don't talk about something, it's not a thing. You're just not talking about it. It don't mean that it's not a thing. It don't mean that you've dealt with it. It don't mean that you've healed. It just means you just not talking about it. Amanda says she the comment about her toes was due with the Down syndrome comment she said on live. What Down syndrome comment? mm, I missed that comment. What comment did she say about the Down syndrome? Mm, mm, mm. Amanda says abundant mummy and pimp beyond sick. Yolanda says, I was like you, Chic. I wanted a boy first, but God blessed me with a girl first, then my two boys. Listen, he know, like we may think we know better, but he knows, and it happens in the order in which it was supposed to. And given that becoming a mom, it was so new to me, and I was a mom, became a mom at 24. So not long out of high school and out of my mom's house. So it's like I had some growing to do. And I think, it was best for me to start out with boys. And then by the time I had my daughter at 29, I turned 30 later that year. I had my daughter at 29. So at that point, I was, a different person. So I was ready for what's to come for a girl. And baby, is she something? Is she something? So yes, it happened in the order in which it was supposed to. And Yolanda, thank you for your comment. I'm sure you probably feel the same. It happened the way it was supposed to. Kira says, yes, I had my boys first, then my daughter. That's the order. That's the order. Angel said the prune would benefit from an older female friend with children. Maybe join some mommy and baby groups, could do world of good for her. Yeah, I can see that because she doesn't have anyone right, in her life, where she's seeing an example of what parenting. She's not seeing, the example of like what parents have. You all noticed that even with her friend, what they y'all call her cornrows, the first Hawaiian friend she made. I think that woman said she got like 7 kids. Why we ain't seen no play dates with her kids and the prune and blue shirt kids? Why do that woman not want her around her kids? Because I'm sure out of 7 of them, you got some of them that fall in the age range of the prunes kids. So I just found, I'm just thinking like, wow, I wonder why they haven't scheduled any play dates, because I think, Angel, that is a good idea. As you talk about her seeing examples, and we don't see her with other women who are moms. Like that's not what we see, or we don't even hear her talk about it. So I think it would serve her good if she were able to build relationships with other moms and see them in action, interact with their children, and even for the children to engage with one another. I think that would probably be the best way, really, for her to learn. I think that's a great point. Thank you for that. Hey, Miss V said, "Hey, I have to catch up with you. Welcome." Abundance says she's on soft white underbelly. Her name is Tanea, and her daughter name is Nova. I've been praying her baby girl. I wish her. You said she's on soft white underbelly. Her name is Tanea. So I guess is that the channel name? She's on soft white underbelly. Is that the channel name? Soft white underbelly. Let me put my charger in before it die. Let me see. Hold on, let me. Does it seem like my laptop's charging? I don't want it to die. All right, there we go. Ciao. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. Soft white underbelly. Okay, so that's a channel. Soft white underbelly. I never heard of this channel before. Okay, so you said she's on there. Tanea and her daughter name is Nova. Okay, so I have to look into that one. I never heard of that channel name. So it looks like it's, I guess, different people that get profiled on that. Let me make a note of that. Tanea and daughter Nova. Yeah, I have to look into that one. Virtuous says Jasmine is blocked and her message was deleted. Chic, you're reading the deleted messages. Okay. Okay, thank you. Carmen says no more wire hangers. No more wire hangers. Child made you look at wire hangers so differently after that. Like, damn, wire hangers that bad? Y'all need to get into Mommy Dearest. Mommy Dearest and Sybil. Y'all get into them two old school movies. It'll change your life. Oh my goodness. No more wire hangers. Carmen says children in the attic. The black kids will be in the attic. Yep. It was that you talking about the flowers in the attic? Get into that movie, Flowers in the Attic. That was also a really good one. I've seen that one a bunch of times. It's just crazy. Yes, just the psyche of people. Child, if you can see it play out in a movie, it can play out in real life. They get these ideas from somewhere. They get these ideas from somewhere. Carmen says, not all narcissists are like her. Virtuous says, Jasmine, if you're watching, you were blocked accidentally, but you're on block now. Okay. Carmen says, when I asked her if there was truth to her wanting another child, she ignored the question 3 times. Oh my goodness. Well, Dana must wasn't in them comments because it sounded like Dana might would have got you out of there. I wonder what Dana in there that day. Was she off that day? Oh my goodness. Nah, I asked 3 times and she still looked all around it. When she was in there acting like how they said Blue Shirt was acting when somebody was in his comments talking about, you remember me from Las Vegas. And they said the way he was skirting over that question, but he sure read the one outside. The prune don't take showers. He made a point to see. That's why she cussed him out. He pick and choose which ones he want to read. Oh my God, he be trying to shade her in his own way. He be trying to get his jab at her in his own way. Y'all gotta watch Blue Shirt now, y'all. Don't sleep on the Blue Shirt. Do not sleep on the Blue Shirt. Carmen says, like ignoring your bills, we all must face our reality. Yep, it ain't going away. It's still there. You cannot open it if you want to. Don't mean that it's not on somebody's record somewhere still. Oh, Abundance said, let me know what you think after you watch it. I'm gonna be in here again in the future. Yeah. So Danae, I got the channel of the soft white underbelly. So I guess I'm gonna have to, because it looks like it's is this the one? It's titled it's 30 minutes, stripper prostitute interview expensive. There's a video titled that, and it's a black girl with pretty brown skin, black young lady with brown skin. I don't know if she the mama or the daughter. I can't really tell if she the mama or the daughter, but it's titled it's called Stripper Prostitute Interview Expensive. So maybe that's the one that I need to look at. Woo, child. I would check it out. I would check it out. Vicky says a mommy and me baby group is a great idea. Unfortunately, then likely be drama or something confrontational. Y'all know it ain't gonna go like it would go for me or you with that thing. It's gonna be some mess. And she's showing up with the damn camera in the people's face. Because that's probably gonna be a thing. Like, you do not have to record everything, but y'all know she gonna show up without getting people approval, with being on camera, and she finna walk up in there with that damn camera, and everybody finna be on that channel, whether you want to or not. Amanda said that Angel, she a mama for you do that with your firstborn. She don't even take them kids to no soft play park, etc. No, I guess we've never. They got parks in Hawaii because we ain't never seen her taking kids to a park. The Hawaiians, are you all in here? Where are the parks? Where are the playgrounds? Where are the jungle gyms? Where are the bouncy houses? Like, you don't see anything like that. Where they at? I like to believe that those type of activities exist in Hawaii. Amanda says, maybe we can discuss these types of topics, Chic. Maybe. Vicky says a mommy and maybe a group, good group is a group is a good idea. Unfortunately, with her drama and selfishness, she say it costs too much. Just like sending, that's number 3, to preschool, even though he went in Arizona. Right. I guess she's saying, in Arizona, they didn't have to pay, or it didn't cost as much, because I heard her talking about it costs too much in Hawaii. I'm sure it probably does, just like everything else, but you make the decision to call Hawaii home. So it is what it is. Addison said, at Amanda, I will watch it. It sounds interesting. I'm going to check it out. I would check it out. So yeah, maybe it'd be something, if I did review it, I would do it on my, my other channel. Addison said, I will watch the breakdown of, the movie characters. And Amanda said, I can't stand him, but he give her sly jabs to get her back on live, as he knows she will get him later on. He know, but I guess he'd be like, I'm gonna get her. I'll deal with her later. I will deal with her later, because I do feel like he be trying to kind of get it in. But he tried to do it on a sneak tip. We see what it is. And I don't know if she necessarily see it, the way we see it, but she definitely, I'm sure, gets him on the back end. I'm sure she get him on the back end. But he be so cool with it. He just be like, well, I just didn't want to feed into the negative comments. I told him you was taking a shower now. Sir, really, sir, of all the comments, that was the one you want to read about her not taking a bath. Oh my goodness. He know dang well she ain't running around taking no damn 10 showers. Like, who, a clean person they taking 10? Like, that's just crazy. Girl, stop. Stop it, I say. Abundance says, I'm going to watch characters. That just sounds good. Addison says she is about to get Blue Shirt in trouble. Listen, because it's like he skirted all over the woman, saying, you remember me in Vegas? Remember me? He skirted all over that one. He didn't see that one. That woman probably was like, who was that? They said they added some 3 times. Was that Yolanda or Carmen? Somebody said they added some. Carmen said, I said it 3 times. You sure you want another child? Just like the lady in Las Vegas said probably 3+ times, you remember me in Vegas, and he skirted all over that. But he gonna see the comment to say, Prune don't take baths, and he gonna read that one. Like, sir, see, that's why you get cussed out. That is why you get cussed smooth the hell out. And we be over here talking about it. We be over here talking about it, because that's what we do. But that's why she go in on you, because you be doing that. You know what you be doing. You know what you be doing. Tanae says, yeah, he says she takes multiple showers a day. Oh, Amanda said he gives her the look when she lies at times. He side her. You can tell she taught him to lie. Yeah, it's like he'd say the lie, like, okay, did I get it right? Did I get it right? Most of the time, no, he didn't get it right, because she checking him live on camera. Most of the time, their stories don't line up. Jenny Jones says the level of dysfunction in the Black community uncovered by all parties doing videos on Prune is scary. It's a lot. Jenny says, I saw an expose on one reactor, and I'm more disturbed than any horror movies has ever made me. It's a lot. When you know, you know. Tanae said, Amanda Chain, I noticed he'll look down or stare off into the distance. He be staring off into the abyss. Yes, sometimes I notice that too. He get to talking and he'll stare off like he trying to recall the script to make sure he get it right, because he thinking like, I ain't got time to be dealing with her ass later if I don't get this right. So let me reflect. Okay. How many times she take baths? Okay. All right. Yep. All right, yeah, she take baths a lot. She takes baths all the time, and the kids do too. Yes, she takes baths a lot, and the kids take baths a lot because they're just like her, and they take baths a lot for no reason. They just be taking baths. He be trying to keep it together. Like blue shirt, we see you. You still busted, but we see you. We see you, sir. We see you. Oh my goodness, the shenanigans over there, y'all. I've been playing with y'all for 3 hours. Tanae said he'll stare off when Rose talks to disassociating from the lies. And would he be trying to have like an outer body experience? But sometimes mentally, you gotta just be like, far, far. What was that? In, it was that Forrest Gump in the fields. Look, like, I fly far, far away. He be just thinking, Lord, take me, Lord, far, far away. Like he just try to pray, like he Dorothy click his heels and he open up his eyes and he's somewhere else. Y'all can't tell me this man don't wish on many a days that he was somewhere else. I don't care what y'all say. A little puppy said, "Oh my gosh, I just got home from work and see I missed 3 hours. I need to catch three." You surely will, little puppy, because I've been on here almost a whole part of job. Second, we didn't all going into damn third shift. I didn't dare talk to y'all through the soccer practice, the soccer practice that we did not go to. So yes, be a part of the replay gang. Make sure you're subscribed to my new channel so you have notification bell. You can catch me on time tomorrow on that show tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We just been over here a while, and you know how we do over here. Vicky said that's because he doesn't know if she'll go off or not. She should not should say he the wrong thing. Right. Like, can you imagine like living on eggshells like that with somebody where you just don't know if at any point if you're gonna say the wrong thing? Like that ain't no way to live. And that's how he over there living because he got to try to keep up with just this script. And that's the thing, when it's a lie, you have to remember the lie versus truth is just always gonna be the same. But a lie, you got to kind of be like, okay, what was it she said? I said, okay, I got to say this, or and most of the time he f up, child. It is what it is. He f it all the way up. He f up most of the time. Most of the time, what he talking about, what she talking about, they don't be in sync. And y'all ever peep out? Sometimes she'll look at him like, like motherfucker, I done told you, and you still keep effing up. You still keep effing up. I'm tired of your ass. You effing up the brand. You are knowing she don't want to effing up, but she telling you effing up the brand because you can't keep up with the script. Oh my God, y'all be rough and tough in that house. I don't care what nobody say. If baby number 4 can talk, if baby number 4 can talk. Tanae says, not outer body experience. That's what he be looking like, the way he zoned out. Y'all don't see it. He be sitting at that table. He be like, yeah, because you have a rose. Yeah, like he be look. I don't know if he see Jesus in that room. I don't know who he looking at, but he don't be looking over. He be. It's almost like what they say: if you don't make eye contact, just don't make eye contact, just don't make eye contact. Like his thing is like, try not to make eye contact. Like y'all, he be trying, he be trying, he be trying, he be trying. They say he's stuck. So they said maybe he doesn't know exactly what he wants. He better damn figure it out. He damn 2 kids in. So what he gonna have it figured out when she hit him with I'm pregnant? Then suddenly he gonna have life figured out and be like, you know what? I decided I want to leave. Y'all, sometimes men will do that. They listen, you get pregnant, you want to. Sometimes they still dip up out of you, even if you are pregnant. So don't be trying to play that game because you don't know if he gonna be one of the ones that be like, all right, that's okay. Let me know when to meet you at the hospital. Because some men still ain't trying to still stick around even if you do have their child or have their baby. They just like, listen, I'm getting the hell on. Okay, it is what it is, but I'm still not staying. I'm still not staying. And they said when he messes up, sometimes she says, ew, babe, why you say that? Jesus. Jesus, fix it. Angel says today, I noticed that too. Amanda said today, I see that. Did you forget the script? Yeah, he be forgetting the script. Especially after he done put in, she always checking, babe, how many hours you put in a day? You did 13, right? He be like, yeah, Yeah, I did about 30. No, and he was just in the bedroom sleep. He be trying, y'all. He be trying. Tanae said he zones out a lot when he's eating her food too. When they were trying to rip through the tough celery in the pot roast. Did y'all see Dana asking a comment talking about okay? Because I think the prune that kind of walked away. I think she went to go get some more food for her, and then she was like, "Tell the truth, blue shirt. Is it good? Is it good?" Oh my god. Mm-mm-mm. Vicky says, or she'll say, "You're so extra, you're so annoying." No, that's you, that's you. People more so deal with him easier than you. That is you. You're the extra one. You're the annoying one. Angel says Vicky Wash. Yep, she does sparky little jabs at him. She do. Y'all gotta pay attention. Tanae says, so is she pregnant? She hasn't announced that. So we're not gonna put that out there. We just talking about it in the event if she were to be what that would what that experience for him would be like and to the world. I feel like it'd break the damn internet. Especially I think if we learned it was a girl. I think collectively the world would be like, oh, hell no. I think it'll be one of those moments. But listen, babies are blessings. So whatever happens, it happens. Whatever happens, it's going to be in God's will. God's going to have his hands all over it. But baby, Vicky said, Tanae, no lie about the pot roast. Amanda says that Vicky or Widow, it takes one to know one prune. Tanae says Vicky Wash, it definitely wasn't tender. The prune was really having to rip and tear the food. Well, it was the fact that she put all the seasoning in after she cooked it. At first, she tasted it and started talking about how good it was. And then she went in the cabinet and pulled out like 3 different seasonings. I said, wait a damn minute. Somebody don't take a bite of it and close their eyes and say, "Oh, this is the best thing ever," and then go in the cabinet and start adding hella seasoning. That's not the order in which it takes place. The seasoning come first, then you taste it and say it was the best thing ever. You don't say it's the best thing ever, followed by putting all this damn seasoning in it. How that means you cooked that. You didn't even put those seasons that you just added in there. You just put the meat in there and then thought, "Oh shit, I didn't add the seasoning." Oh my goodness. That part right there, I said, child. Vicky says, Angel, for real, it's like blue shirt, blink if you need help. Y'all, the day she tells she pregnant, he gonna be all in the camera. She gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He gonna know that we know. He just gonna be doing this. Because remember, he watch our content. She gonna think he needs some Visine or something. And of course, they ain't finna have that. So she gonna damn pour some water in his eyes. But he just finna be damn blinking away. He's gonna be blinking away. Oh my goodness. Tanae said, I keep forgetting to use the name. New habits. Karen says the Down syndrome comment was she said her wide space between her toes was a sign of Down syndrome and then laughed knowing everyone would comment. Wow. I missed that one. Janae says, and it seemed like Blue Shirt was actually still hungry, but he was saying he was full. He barely ate anything. He definitely eats something before he comes home from work. So I heard there was a video and she took it down because I was going to review it. And her sister had come in town. This is when she was pregnant with one of them kids. I don't know which one. I'm thinking it was she was pregnant with baby number 4. And her sister came in town from, I think that sister was living in Las Vegas at the time. And she had come in town. I think they were probably in Arizona to watch the kids while they had date night and the prune was pregnant. And so the sister was eating because Blue Shirt had cooked food and she told him that it was good. And then she told him that it tastes better than the prunes cooking. And she said because the prune, she was like, she doesn't put seasoning, and only seasonings that she uses is salt and pepper, and that's it. So he thought about it. He said, you know what? You're right. That's all she uses, salt and pepper. But it was just so funny. So now as I was seeing her cooking and she was ate that food and then afterwards added all kinds of seasoning, it made me think back to when the sister told him she don't use seasoning in her food like that. She just used salt and pepper. And he was like, yeah, you're right. So yes, that man know how she rolled. That man know. And yes, he be eating before he come home. And he said he was good. He didn't need no seconds. He didn't need no seconds. Vicky says using that bowl of spoon to get the broth rather than the ladle. What the F? Oh my goodness. You crazy witch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Amanda says, I think she fake how hard her pregnancies are for PD online, and she has an excuse for doing nothing. So Blue Shirt became a full-time carrier. I bet she was not like that with the Adonis kids while pregnant. I can see that. I can see that. Wolf says, just saw in news nation that a Hawaiian pregnant woman is missing. Her highest has been arrested and it's from the Army Barracks. Name is Misha Johnson. Sorry for changing the subject. So news that the Hawaiian pregnant woman. So you said a Hawaiian pregnant woman is missing over there. So her husband, you're trying to say the husband. So I see the rest of your comment. You said the husband has been arrested. Let me see. What'd you say her name was? Misha Johnson. Let me see. Thank you for putting that in the chat. Let me see. I'm going to type Misha, Mischa. Misha Johnson. Let me see what comes up. Misha Johnson, Hawaii. Mother Moon vanished in Hawaii paradise. Wow. She looks young too. It's a $10,000 reward. She's missing. Okay. I'm gonna make note of that. Maybe on my other channel, I'll profile her story. So when I used to, when I first came on YouTube, when I would, this is the type of thing that I would do. I would talk about just celebrities, just media stories that are heavy in the media, missing person, seeing pregnant one. So I'm just making a note because I may research this and cover her on my backup channel, because that would be the environment that I would do that on over there. Yeah, I think I would do that over there. Y'all can let me know. Well, you can let me know if you want me to do it over here, but I can do it over there. Just let me know, because I definitely probably want to cover it, but I have a really large following over here, but I don't know if y'all will watch it anyway, because y'all just be here for this prune madness. So I don't even want to be wasting my time putting non-prune stuff over here, because y'all don't really watch it like that. But thank you for that, Wolf. Thank you for sharing that. I am definitely going to get into that story, because she's a beautiful young lady. And I'm really intrigued. Thank you very much. Amanda says, I know some pregnancies can be hard, but I'm buying it, the prune after all. Vicky says, you crazy witch, I know, right? Let me see. Angel says, a wolf, that's horrible. I'll have to check that out. It's very sad. Yep, I'm gonna look into that. Amanda says, Vicky washed that, didn't look no bother. It looks like that pisses water, probably from the bottle of a Blue Shirt had in the kitchen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Vicky said, Amanda Jane, OMG, right? I forgot about that. Addison says, I'll watch. You will watch it. Okay, you'll watch it, Addison. So yeah, y'all follow me on my new channel. I made, let me see. How can I do this? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I can, I don't know if I'll try to stream it from both channels, but listen, I want to probably cover this story for Misha Johnson, a woman, pregnant woman who's missing in Hawaii, and they just arrested the husband. So I'm kind of interested in that story. Follow my new channel, Chic Speaks on It. You can find the link to it in this chat, or you can go to my community page on this channel and hit the link directly from the community page, and it will take you to my new page. And and follow that and subscribe because that's where I cover like all non prune related content over there. And I'm really wanting to grow this channel, grow my new channel. So I think I'm gonna cover it over there. So y'all need to follow me over there because I don't think I'm not going to do it on this channel. I'm gonna do it on the other channel so I can, get the views and things over there. So definitely follow me over there. I've had a great time with you all. Listen, this was a midday check-in. What time is it? We did a whole shift. Blue shirt probably home from work now. Y'all think he home? Blue shirt probably home from work, all full and stuff because he ate before he came home. So, but this is fun. I always enjoy talking to you all. I enjoy talking to you all. Just learning, sharing, asking questions, answering questions. Listen, that's what it's about. That's what we do over here. We just keep the conversation going. So today was just no different. Today was no different. So you all just make sure you continue to like, share, and subscribe. We just got to spread the gospel, child. We growing. Abundance says I just left work now. I'm working now. Thanks, you guys. Awesome. Yes, get that workout in. Take care of yourself. Remember, we're mind, body, and soul. If you need help with what that looks like with taking care of your body from the physical, I have numerous workout videos because that's listen, I don't just cover the prune and blue shirt over here. I do show you what it looks like to take care of your body as far as with staying fit, staying fit. So if you are interested in that, check out some of my fitness videos. I can help you keep it tight, get it right, all of that, because here it's about mind, body, and soul. And I want you to look good and feel good. And I want you to just be able to just sleep well at night, child. So it's just a holistic approach over here. It's a holistic approach over here. That's what it's about. Amanda says, I have a good time. As always, much respect to everyone in the chat. Communications is key after all. Until next time. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. She said, bye, Chic. I am Aquarius. I wrote it earlier. That's what my daughter is. I can believe that, child. Y'all be challenging me. I can believe that, Amanda. I can believe it. Because that thing, me and my daughter, she's 14. We stay going back and forth. She's so smart. Aquarius people are very intellectuals. They see between the bull, and I see you see between it to Amanda. So I like you. I can see through it. Amanda, I'm scared to even have you as a damn moderator. Amanda, I probably have about 2 damn people up in this chat left messing around with you because you've been got rid of Amanda, got rid of everybody. It'd just be me, Amanda, and a possible because she been got rid of everybody. Because listen, she ain't for it. I like to believe that I'm nicer than my daughter because she gives you the business. And I'm like, man, I know a Scorpio got their way, but goddamn it, an Aquarius, child. An Aquarius be on some other stuff. They be on some other stuff. My daughter make me seem real sweet. So it's so funny that she make me seem like a sweetheart. Oh, I am a mod in my own way. I see it. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Give me a minute. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me see. Let me make sure. All right, Amanda. Listen, man, I would have had Amanda, you my mod. I said, listen, because Amanda, I just love you. You always showing up for me. So, Amanda, listen, go ahead and say something in the chat. Listen, I know you be seeing ish. I know you be seeing what you can see the trees from the forest, child. I know you be seeing them, but we gonna give them a chance over here. We try to give them a chance over here. We try to give her a chance. We try to give them a chance over here. Virtuous be like, hold up, Amanda, hold up. But oh my God. We try to give them a chance. So we want to have more than 3 people. But listen, don't be Bruce Lee on them over here. Oh my goodness. So yes, so we got Amanda. Listen, y'all do right because y'all know Amanda don't damn play these games. You got Virtuous be trying to work with you. Amanda's like, listen, we ain't got time. We ain't got time. Have some act right over here. Amanda like have some Amanda like you act like you know over here. I see you. Act like the hell you know. Act like you know. Oh my goodness. Hilarious. Karen says she knew a possible pregnancy would make great news to continue, and especially with the hope of a girl. Yes, Karen, she knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. Yes, right. Amanda said, okay, I try to be nice. As you know, I can be a prune. It's going to be so. Oh my goodness. Listen, you told me you was an Aquarius. I'm like, Lord, I live with one. Listen, I know how to work with y'all. I know when you know, you know. I know how to work with y'all. Y'all don't listen. Y'all about it. Don't start none, won't be none. Don't start none, won't be none. I get it. So, y'all, this been real. Follow me on my other channel. Chic Speaks on it. Chic Speaks on it. If you want to email me anything, content ideas, you can email me at chicspeakslive@gmail.com. That's chicspeakslive@gmail.com. You can find my email in the description, on my channel, on my back channel. And in my community page on this channel, you can find the link to my new channel. So Amanda says, I am okay. So you, okay. So I'm in UK. Oh, okay. You say you in the UK. Cool. Okay. I don't know what the time zone is over there. Wolf wants to have a great night, Chic. Thank you. Thanks for being over here. Thank you, everyone. And I will catch y'all good people on the next live broadcast. Check out the new, this is my email. So if you got anything you want to email me, send me an email. You can also drop a comment on my videos too, because I do see the comments and respond. So that's all I got. You all have a wonderful evening, and I will catch you on the next broadcast. Peace.